Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Elder Trolls Gaming Podcast. If you are new and joining us, we are three brothers who get together and talk about gaming. We may also talk tech, TV, movies, and other nerdy, geeky stuff too. Today, we have Dandolph the Wise.
Nasty Nate. Nasty Nate here.
And I'm Take It Easy Jono.
And we also have an esteemed guest joining us tonight. Our very own
We've talked about this guy a lot. Yeah.
We talk about this guy a lot. We've definitely mentioned him on the show before. Matt, how are you, pal?
Good. I think we're usually, are those pirate story adventures, I'm assuming?
Yeah, generally.
Okay.
It's generally Sea of Thieves.
Awesome.
Definitely Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Today, we will be discussing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and everything Pokemon. So, THRILLHOUSE. We normally ask our guests a couple of questions to get us going here. Answer me this. Number one, what is your earliest video gaming memory? Okay, what's in that memory vault of yours? Your earliest gaming memory.
Yeah, I think that has to also be like just one of my first memories general. I think it was playing the original NES on like carpet floor. I was probably like 4 or 5 or 6. I don't know how early you can remember, so I feel like 4 is a little early. But,
Yeah.
It's tricky.
but I do remember like, sitting really close playing the Duck Hunt and Mario just like over and over and over because I think that was one of the only games for it I had.
Nice.
But,
Duck Hunt with like the little
Isn't
gun.
that crazy? Yeah. They had the fucking gun in
Yeah.
NES.
That'd be
Oh,
too
man.
violent now, though.
It was mind blowing then, and it's mind blowing like now still.
Yeah, it's it's mind blowing because we went full circle back to like all these peripherals. Like holy shit!
Okay,
Back when
cool.
we only had like 2 games. Everyone only had 2 games. They only had access to limited. That's why games were so much better back then, maybe it felt like. You know
More
what I mean?
invested in each title. Yeah, you had to like.
Yeah.
That was your
discover
game. You
everything.
didn't have
You're definitely-
gamer's fatigue. You didn't
Yeah,
get
no
gamer's
Definitely
gamer
more
fatigue.
invested.
No gamer fatigue, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, cool. Okay, so our next question is number 2. What are your top 3 favorite video games of all time? If you can slop them together,
Sure.
what would they be?
So the first one I was gonna save for later, but I've got a copy of Heart Gold here.
Oh yeah.
Nintendo
Look at
3DS.
Did you plasticize that?
I just put
Yourself?
the plastic on today, but this has been sitting on the shelf uncovered. I took it out and I was like getting. I had the box that I've just been procrastinating because I was scared to damage something. But I just
Nice.
finally
So
put it on.
Pokemon Heart and Gold. For those of you who are maybe just listening, THRILLHOUSE just held up a nice kind of like, I don't know what you call that. Not laminated, but it's like a clear plastic case.
Is that a
encoding
hard
protection.
case
This is the
for
complete in-box
3DS
copy.
games?
So with this,
Is that what it came in?
sorry.
Is that what it came in?
So I put the hard plastic on it, but yeah, this is the
box itself
the full
is what it
package.
is.
So to get a complete
Oh,
in box
cool.
is really hard these days. It has a Poke Walker with it, which is what do you call it? Speedometer or the
One of the
step
step
counter.
counters?
yeah, one of those.
Pedometer?
Apparently, at the
Pedometer.
time of release, if not now, it was like the most accurate one ever made. Some university did
Wow.
a study, but you could load them in back then before smartphones were like a big thing, and take them with you.
Nice.
Wait a second. It's the most
you-
accurate pedometer
look
ever
it up.
made.
At the
university
time-
did a study.
Yeah, at the time at least. Look it up.
Wow, that's wild.
Don't quote me 100%. It's some university said it, but
Okay. We should fact check that. That would be fun.
yeah,
wait,
pull
when
it
did
up
that
at
game
some
come out?
point.
That's 3DS or regular DS?
That's
This is regular
Nintendo 2DS,
DS, so this
isn't
is
it?
a 20
Or just DS?
okay.
This was 2010.
Is that before black and white?
Yeah, this would have been
Two?
the gen before Black and White. This was
Okay.
Gen 4.
I've got
Black
that
and
right
White's
here,
Gen 5.
actually.
Pokemon Heart Gold is the name of it, right?
I
Yeah,
played
so
black
that was
and
the
white.
remake of Gold, which was the second generation. So in Gen
Right.
4, they
Yeah.
remade the second generation game, and that's what I consider the.
So it came out in North America 2010, March 14th. And then Pokemon Black came out in North America on March 6th, 2011.
Nice.
It's weird in my brain to think they're that close, but yeah.
So Heart Gold is a remake of Gold.
Yeah, so typically they do ever since I guess the Game Boy Advance. Like Red came out, then Gold, and then they had Gen 3, which is Ruby Sapphire, and then they did the first remake, which was Red, and then they kind of do more or less, with some maybe some exceptions. They'll release a new generation, and then they'll go back and remake an older one.
Yeah.
And they kind of like stagger it that way.
Beautiful. Okay. So Pokemon Heart Gold, you would say, is your favorite game of all time.
And also a remake of one of my favorites as a kid, right? So
Okay, yeah.
like Red and Gold are
Right.
kind of tied for me, but that remake just kind of puts it over the edge for me.
Do you have do you have two other games that you would put in your top 3?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Oblivion in there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I just,
Of course, yeah.
I could play that the rest of my life. And there's something about that world where they had that dynamic AI that, whether it works or not 100% all the time, really does make everyone feel really unique in that world.
Where they had like their schedules and stuff, you mean?
Yeah, like one goes and gets like, I don't know if I've seen it to that level in another game since.
That
like,
little kid following you around everywhere. Love that little guy.
the
Adoring fan.
Yeah.
Adoring fan. Well, speaking of that, in Kingdom Come, I just figured this out, or I read it online. The reason why, like, in Oblivion and Skyrim, you can like skip time. Same thing, Cyberpunk. In Kingdom Come, it's not very fast. It's very fucking slow to change the time, like to skip time. It's because the AI going on in the background has to complete their tasks.
Oh.
And there's no mod out there that can make the Kingdom Come wheel go faster. Because the AI that's working in the
Because
background.
they can't change that AI's schedule.
Yeah.
Weird.
Wow.
I didn't know it
Okay,
was in
so
depth
Kingdom
like
Come is
that.
another game that has that, I guess. I forgot about that. Because some
didn't know
games will
that.
claim that it has it, but
I
anyway,
played
okay.
it a bit, but not in depth enough to like get that. I'll have to get back into that one because I've been
oh man, especially I mean,
got
it
on the
would suck
Series
for you
X
to,
again.
Yeah, it would suck for you to rebuy it for PC, but it'd probably be way better on PC. Anyway, okay, so Oblivion, your number 2. What about your number 3?
3's tough. This one's kind of, I feel like a couple. It's tough. I'm fighting between Halo, the original, right now on the original Xbox, or Black and White for PC.
Wow.
Black and White.
Wow.
That was a great game.
Yes.
That's obscure, but yeah, I do remember that one.
Yeah, those are two pretty up there. I feel like there's one more that maybe could fight for that spot. That's slipping my mind right now. But I think especially all like when they came out, and for the hardware they came out, especially like Halo at the time was insane.
Right.
On the original Xbox, like it still looks amazing. The art direction and the models, like if you look at footage of it,
Oh, we played it.
Well, we've been playing it. We've got to fucking
Yeah, you guys
finish
got to
that.
finish that. I thought about that.
Fuck's
the other day.
sake.
Those
Yeah, we
guys got to
do.
finish their Halo playthrough.
and the old Duke controller, like the huge
huge,
original Xbox
massive-
one, all
I
the
love
feedback
that
on it with
controller. That
the
thing was
assault rifle and
fucking
stuff. It felt right. Yeah.
I didn't even
So
remember
huge.
that. And Xbox Generation 1 controller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duke.
It's just a huge fucking thing.
I feel like
Why
it would
don't I
still feel
remember
good
that?
like in your hand. I've
I
got
think
one
they
at home.
remade it. Didn't they remake the
Yeah.
Duke?
Oh, they did?
They re-released
Yeah.
it.
I'm
Yeah, I
getting
think
one.
so. Recently.
I'm getting one. I'm getting one.
Not recently, but within the last
Yeah.
10
It's $100.
years.
Man, that's ugly. Oh my god.
But
Man, that's ugly.
it's just got a nice analog, a tactile to it.
Oh, wow.
With the
I
big
forgot about
Xbox fucking
that. Yeah, right in the
Just
center.
a
And
massive-
with
bigger
no
than everything
functionality to it.
else.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's just decorative.
It's just an emblem. It's not a button or anything.
There's a controller on that
fucking huge.
Xbox logo.
Yeah.
Cool.
That reminds
Okay.
me of the Dreamcast controller,
Yeah,
where you
that's
actually, the
very
middle
similar.
actually had like a Tamagotchi you could put in there.
Yeah.
Remember that?
A little
Yeah, like a
There's a little
screen.
memory
The
card. You put
memory
it in,
card?
there's a screen. Man, Dreamcast was fucking
I
sweet.
remember seeing it. I never tried that, but is that this Chow Garden from Sonic or something? The
Well, Matt, you
Tamagotchi?
played Dreamcast at our place. We had
Yeah, I
Bomberman
tried,
on it and
Bomberman,
random
yeah.
shit on it.
Oh, do you guys want to hear a story about Dreamcast?
We probably already know it because we probably found it when we played it.
I think
If
so.
it's what
Yeah.
you're about to say.
When we got the Dreamcast, it was like the first console you could like browse the internet on, right? Pretty sure it was.
Oh boy, here we go.
Censor it all.
Do we want to know this?
And, well, it was like the first console I looked up pornography.
He was exploring himself.
Wait a minute.
sexually.
The first console you looked up pornography on?
Yeah.
How many consoles have you done that on?
The first and only.
I do it on every console to see if it stacks up to the Dreamcast.
How well does this run porn?
What the fuck, man? Man. I was gonna say. Was it the first? I thought you were gonna say it was the first time you looked at porn
No.
on the internet.
No.
I was on my Dreamcast.
Sega
That's-
Dreamcast.
That's a special feeling, Lloyd.
The Dreamcast was in the room. The computer, remember, the PC was in the other in the living room. I was like, "Fuck that!"
So wait, you had to go. What? Wait a minute. You had to go grab the telephone line from the back of the computer.
No. I had my own.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I ran it from the kitchen.
I didn't know any
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, you had to take the telephone line from elsewhere because you did
Yeah,
not have
elsewhere.
one in your room. There's just this fucking. Mom comes home. She just sees like a telephone wire going onto Nathaniel's room. Like, what the fuck is this? That's horrible.
Welcome to the
Unplugs
Elder
it.
Trolls, Matthew.
She unplugs it. What is this doing? He's like, what? Hey!
It took me fucking 2 hours to download that fucking picture.
Yeah, it took me.
Yeah,
no, it took me
One
two-
picture, yeah.
back then.
Just like the guy on The Simpsons, the computer, the comic book guy on The
The
Simpsons,
comic book nerd.
and he's just like loading.
Fuck.
So, THRILLHOUSE, I was going to ask you, if you had to decide between Halo and Black and White, what would you say would your preference be right here on the spot, if I had to ask you?
I think it's got to go to Halo because it just
Okay.
it combines so many. I remember seeing the demo in a store, I think, before I even got the Xbox.
Yeah.
And probably like a year before I was even able to persuade to be able to buy Halo.
Right.
But I think it's Assault on the Control Room where you storm the beach. Like it was the first time I think I saw like a game that looked that like alive or dynamic or like like the full scene going on. Even today, I think that scene on the original hardware like holds up cinematically where it's still super enjoyable.
Okay. Right on.
So yeah, I kind
Fantastic
of gave
answers.
you 3 cop out like on the third, but they're all kind of
Nobody
vying
can
for that
really
spot,
answer that
so,
easily. I feel like that's a tough. Top 3 is hard.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, I have a game for y'all. Are you ready for this? I drew a Pokemon.
Guess that
Okay.
Pokemon.
We're all watching.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Gengar.
Gengar.
Oh, wow. You got it already.
Ah, man.
Oh, it's
that
that
was close.
silhouette. It's that silhouette.
Got the very distinct longer ears. A lot have
big
like
ears.
close.
I thought
but
you guys would think it was like Pikachu or something.
at
it was
first,
almost
yeah.
too obvious.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me
He's
see.
not gonna draw Pikachu, is he?
I didn't want to draw Pikachu.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
he erased that. He didn't like that.
Look at this. Look at this.
You know, this isn't half bad.
Yeah, this is really good.
That's pretty good.
That's right
It
on.
almost looks
mark.
like a gremlin.
And then I put my own little twist on it. He's got blood dripping from his face.
Looks more like drool.
And then I colored it real quick. There we go.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, now
Very
it's
nice.
blood. Or ketchup.
Yeah, he's had a nice picnic. Yeah.
Nice picnic. A nice picnic, yeah.
Way to
Okay,
go. He
consensus.
actually got it. He got it first. He got it.
You're gonna
So-
put the who's that Pokemon before that at some point.
Who's that
Pokemon. Yeah.
There's actually a gang. I had 2 in my cart 2 months ago, and then I got distracted, called away. I came back, they're all gone. They had this Gengar collaboration watch with Fossil. I think it's going for around
Oh,
2,500
sick.
on eBay now, and it was
my
like probably
God.
300 retail.
Right. I think you linked that to me, didn't you?
Yeah,
It was 300 retail, and now it's what?
about 2,500, 2,000 or up to
Wow.
2,000. Yeah.
Holy.
It's a cool watch.
It's just a
Cool
big
watch.
Gengar on your wrist.
That'd be
like,
sweet.
No, it's round, but I think it has like a picture of him.
It was a cool execution because he's a ghost, right? So it's like translucent purple, like the N64 purple, and then like the eyes and mouth kind of decal on the watch face.
Oh man.
Oh
nice.
yeah,
It's pretty cool. It's like
cool.
black steel. It's a nice watch. Yeah, I regret not checking out quicker.
Let's see if I can find it here. I'll switch over. Hold on.
Yeah, throw up a nice little picture of that.
Just a sec. I'll switch over to
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
Nice.
Gengar Fossil collaboration
Fossil
watch. I think there's a few, but it's pretty distinct. It's got like his face pretty bold and like a black steel.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that is
Yeah,
cool.
nice.
It's almost like it's like a dive watch almost.
Yeah, I think there was like 13. It was either 1,300 or 13,000. I don't remember, but one of the two. So yeah, they went pretty
that's-
quick.
Oh, it comes in a nice box too. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a presentation.
Oh, if you zoom in on it, oh man, that's nice.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Damn. Ordered. Damn.
$1,500
They have a
bucks.
lot of
Cool.
they've got nice like accessories and clothes products now. They've got like a full Pokemon dress shirt line where you can get like really fine like professional looking prints on your shirts. Yeah, they got them all. They got every market cornered.
All right. Well, I have to say we kind of neglect the Nintendo stuff maybe a bit on this podcast. We throw a lot of heat at the Switch and at Nintendo.
Speak for yourselves, man. Okay,
I do.
I've thrown so much
Okay.
love at Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, Switch on this friggin' podcast.
we love
Oh, fuck off.
I mean, we like Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon, obviously, but I mean, Pokemon. I've neglected Pokemon. I haven't played since XY. No, I played Sun and Moon, but I didn't like it, and I didn't really finish it. So I was kind of like, man, this kind of sucks. So
A lot
I
of people
stopped
said
playing it.
that.
It's a pretty wild ending.
I didn't get there, so I don't know what the hell happened. But there's a gap, so that's the last one I played. And then I think there was also a gap before that, whereas I played like the last one I played was probably like Game Boy Advance, whatever the hell was on Game Boy Advance.
Ruby
No, I thought
Sapphire.
you played black.
Ruby. Yeah, but I played black and white after I played X because I wanted to get the Pokemon from it and trade them
okay.
up to X. And they were before X and Y, right? So I did that. And then I got I played it so much, I got so bored with it. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just create my own Pokemon. And there was this website you could go to that you could just put in everything you want on your Pokemon. And you put in your DNS, the DNS server of the website on your 3DS, and you go to the online thing, and it just downloads them onto your.
Oh fuck yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I want a shiny Gengar with like max stats.
Disappointed.
Criminal.
Dan, don't let them influence you. You stay away
I
from
had already done everything, so I was like, just doing it for the hell of it.
Wow.
you could, the old-fashioned ways. You do some breeding or
I was doing that too. I'd already
Shading.
done the breeding. That's the thing. Like I had done all of that already. I was like, I'm fucking bored
Yeah.
of this, so I'm gonna try
You
it. So,
exhausted all avenues.
yeah. So we got some questions here for everyone. I guess we're gonna ask these. If you remember, I don't even know if I remember the answer to this, but
Oh,
do you
I
remember which of the first 3 first-gen starter Pokemon did you choose? I must have chosen Charmander, probably. I'm going to guess.
So did I. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't play it that long ago because I had it on my 3DS. I have Red on my 3DS
Oh.
XL.
I think you played the
and
original when you were a kid, though, Dan.
I
remember
might have,
calling you
yeah,
for
but-
help specifically to
Yes,
catch Pokemon
yeah.
at like 7 because I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, how
You
to
must
catch
have had
Pokemon.
one in that one.
It's funny because like you tell me that, and I maybe vaguely recall that, and I don't know if I even would have known the answer because I was just a dumb kid
You gave
too.
it
Like
to me. I
don't
think you
know.
said you gotta hurt. You gotta like. You gotta get them to red, but not have them like disappear.
dead or whatever, right?
However,
Yeah.
a child would explain it. Yeah, the phone in the 90s.
On the phone in the
Gotta
90s,
get them to
yeah.
red. You gotta get
Barely
them to
read the
red.
tutorial.
See, I wouldn't have known what I
there's no
chose
red on
back
Game
then,
Boy.
though.
Yeah.
Game Boy Color there was.
Game Boy Color, but
And
not-
Game Boy, yeah. It was a Game Boy
not
game.
regular. Yeah, but
The
there's no
original
color
one was-
on Game Boy.
That's true. It would have
No,
been
but
just
it added color on
dark.
color, like on the
Yeah.
color
it
system.
would have just been a dark.
It would've been
because
a
It was
dark.
probably white and then dark
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
in the first.
Oh, yeah.
Game
It was
Boy.
like a, what do you call that?
in the
Like the
monochrome
inverse.
shit.
Mono, yeah.
Yeah.
Monochrome.
Yeah,
I think
wouldn't
red
have known
version
what
had
I
a red
chose.
tint on color and blue
Yes.
had a blue tint, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Do you know what
Also
you chose
cool.
for a starter, Thrillhouse? But way back then, do you think you
I think that's-
remember that?
Yeah, it was. Oh, sorry, I cut you off. Dan, do you want to finish your 3DS?
No, I don't
one?
think I know what I would have.
You don't know who
chosen
you
if
picked
I-
on 3DS either.
No, I. Oh, on 3DS it was. I think it was Charmander for sure.
Charmander. What about Let's Go when you played the remake on Switch?
That you have.
Pikachu.
You start
I
with.
forgot
I bought the
Pikachu and Eevee,
Pikachu version
obviously.
as opposed
Yeah.
to Eevee.
Right.
You can choose Eevee. Man, do you remember Pokemon Yellow? It was like
Yeah.
That's what that
That's
is.
a
isn't it?
remake
Well,
of
that's what
Pokemon
Let's
Yellow,
Go-
essentially.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you got
is-
Pikachu at the
and
beginning,
Eevee,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I got the Pikachu.
That was a
Eevee.
good one. I loved
you a fan
Yellow.
of the
Yellow
Pikachu?
was good. Yellow was
But
great.
to answer your question, I remember not being able to choose, so I think I reset compulsively, probably like 8 times, and was really paranoid about like the save function or like going to exit before turning off the Game
Yeah.
Boy, even though it would have done nothing. It was. I remember there was an exit in the menu that just closed the menu, but as a kid, it was like, okay, this will stop it from hurting
Yeah,
the
but,
Game
but
Boy.
we don't know that as a kid, right? It's scary.
Yeah.
I remember what we did. Did we have more than one, or if one of our friends did? I think maybe Squirt had one as well, a Game Boy. So what we did was we would just start a new file, pick one, trade it to
Yeah.
Squirt, reset it, pick the other one, trade it again, and we did it till there was double of everything, and then we started a real file and trade back, so we had all 3 starting Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you had to do it in Gen 1 because there was no breeding. So, like, literally the only
Yeah.
way.
Cool.
But yeah, I think it was Squirtle at the end of the day.
Squirtle.
And then every time I pick water, like every new gen.
See, that was my other question for you.
Huh. Okay. It like stuck with you. It's ingrained in your memory because it was so formative back
yeah.
then.
Yeah. Because I did Charmander at the beginning. I did Fire Pokemon ever since.
Yeah.
I didn't have
Ever
a preference.
since.
I was just like whatever I was feeling, whatever looked cooler too.
Yeah. It's a look.
Yeah.
Look is a thing.
It's always a tough choice,
true.
even though I pick the same thing every time. I'm always tempted.
Well, who am I kidding myself? I'm picking
Yeah.
water.
I'm picking Charmander.
Oh, I love
I
that.
think Black and
remember-
White had a sequel, Black and White 2. That was the only time I think I chose Fire because it's the same starter. So,
Right.
Oh, okay. I remember there was a time me and my buddies, we'd bring our Game Boys to school with the link cables, and we'd be in the yard. And I thought Charizard was like the best Pokemon. He's still like one of my favorites, probably if not my favorite Pokemon. But I was like, oh, I have to have 6 Charizards. So I was like, just trade me 6 Charmanders, and I'd have like, we'd all have like 6 Charmanders, and then whoever would have 6 Squirtles, and the other would have 6 Bulbasaurs.
That's so
And I'm
dumb.
like, yes, I have the ultimate team of 6 Charmanders, and then
you died
and
of
I'd
one
rare
water
candy them.
Pokemon.
I'd rare candy them to Charizard. And then whoever had the Squirtle would just demolish me. I'd be like, fuck.
That is funny.
Damn it!
kids grasp on the rules. Like, I thought the cards was the higher level
Stupid
one.
kids.
Like, so I would just like lay it down and think I won and totally brought
Oh, do you play any of the Pokemon trading card game? Now, have you played any of it and actually learned it?
I got some the other night at the pre-release, but I haven't played in a while. We played in university a while, but one of our friends went to regionals, I think, recently, and was on the YouTube playing the cards. So we brought him to a
nice.
tournament one day,
Nice.
and he
Oh yeah.
just
Okay.
excelled
I think I
at
know.
it. Yeah.
I think I know who that is. Right.
Nice. Yeah, I started playing the Pokemon, like the trading card game on the computer.
It's
So,
good.
like, it
okay,
teaches you
yeah.
all the rules. And
I just got codes for that. Yeah, I played it a while ago. I might download that again.
Hmm.
Okay. So you get cards from buying packs for that, right? Basically, or I guess you can earn like dailies to get new virtual packs as well.
yeah, it's all virtual packs. But if anything you buy physically, you get a code for it to get that in the
Right.
game.
Yeah.
So if you buy like
That's
a
nice.
kit, like a I don't know, those kits that come with
Oh,
like
yeah.
special cards
Pre-built
and stuff like
deck,
that.
Yeah.
Pre-built
Box,
decks.
Yeah, you get the
Yeah.
same in the.
You get the same thing, yeah. Which is good for like starting out. You just go buy like a $20 pre-built, and then you get the code for that online, so you get that same deck, and you can use it in a pre-built deck mode. That's
right.
where everyone has to use pre-built decks, so they can't just steamroll
Okay,
you
cool.
with
right,
Yeah.
right. The custom.
Yeah.
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 I think I probably have some decks registered on that from like 10 years ago. You're making me want to recover my account because I think they've been doing that since the Omega sets, maybe before that. I forget.
It's fun. I played it
I enjoyed
for
it,
a
yeah.
long time.
The Pokemon card game's good.
Yeah. Oh
Opening
yeah.
packs and
So
stuff.
in depth. I remember in university we'd build a lot of competitive decks around like different gimmicks and stuff. So always like my Blastoise for Alligator deck, I think was my top. All,
Yeah, I did
all
that
water.
Recently,
based.
actually, I did that. I did one. It was like Duraludon, VMAX.
Okay.
So
cool.
he's like, he had a special ability that he can't be touched by any other VMAX, or no, any Pokemon with a special energy attached to it. Which, at the time, everyone ran special energy in their decks. Everybody.
Right.
So like I would I would upgrade him or evolve him to VMAX, and nobody could even touch me because they had a special energy card on their Pokemon.
I remember that card. I've definitely seen it. I gotta get Dan. Sorry, what's your name on?
Dandel.
Oh, Dandoff. Sorry, we gotta get Dandoff on.
Depends. If I'm on PS, it's
on a
Dan.
game or two, so we can. It's like way more in depth than you think. It's like.
That's all right.
Yeah,
It's a
I
good
find
game.
I find it difficult to get into card games because I
Sure.
don't like card games in reality.
You might be more interested if you had like a Fuecoco deck and you're a little more invested in
maybe.
your actual Pokemon.
a little buddy.
Could turn
He's
you.
my little
yeah.
buddy.
I said, well, just while we're on cards, do you guys want to like talk about how the card market, how that's evolved,
card-
or like any cards you had, cool cards you had, or anything
On
like
eBay
that?
and shit. Do you guys have any cool cards you want to talk about? Anything like that?
I don't have cool cards. Like, all of my cards are from pre-built decks. So
Okay.
I do have a couple cool cards in those decks. Like, or I had a Articuno deck that was pretty good. Like a team.
Oh, cool.
What are different teams? Not
Like
Team
Magma and Aqua,
but
Plasma, Galactic,
Plasma.
Plasma. Okay. So the
There was
black
a
and white
Plasma
set.
deck.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the Articuno Plasma deck.
I remember that one.
Like,
Yeah,
with like
yeah.
plasma energy. It's pretty good.
Had a cool
And,
shield like background.
I think I remember the card.
Yeah, that's all I really had. But I never bought
Spock.
a
The
box
Spock
of
memory
Pokemon.
technique.
Right.
Like I never bought like a hobby box or anything.
Do you have any
like
cool
that.
cards
But
when you were kids that like are missing or no?
Fuck, I don't remember.
Man,
We
I
probably
think
had. We probably
did
had
all of ours.
We probably had.
Didn't we just give them all to Samuel?
Samuel. Yeah.
Probably.
Should have checked. You might be playing.
I remember I had a holographic Poliwhirl.
Yes, I remember.
should check
that
out how
one.
much PSA 10 of that is and see how much money you.
Well, we just When was it for his birthday or for his
Oh, yeah.
birthday or nephew's
Yeah, I think so.
birthday?
No,
Was it
He pulled a secret rare. The hell
Easter
was
or
it?
something.
Wow.
Secret rare Snorlax.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
nice.
secret rare Snorlax. It's worth like $130 or something like that.
Oh, crazy. I hope he sleeved that right
Ungraded.
away.
Ungraded.
Ungraded, it was worth that? That's crazy.
Yeah, on eBay.
Wow.
So I was like, oh damn.
I just bought my first or asked for my first graded today for Christmas. Lapras
Oh,
card.
yeah.
I just
Oh, nice.
my
Graded
coworkers
cards is expensive, man. Like, and it's not
Yeah.
easy to do here. Like, you have to send it to the fucking states to
Yeah, I
like
think it's like
Beckett or
30.
some shit. Like, give me a break.
yeah, PSA. Yeah.
That's
Right.
what makes it worth the money, though.
It's
Let me
true.
show you
Like
this.
I
It's not
Process
Pokemon
is
related.
why it costs and gets graded that price, right?
That
It's
looks like
not
a hockey
Pokemon
player.
related, but I
That's
do
not a
have a card
Pokemon.
here that graded would be worth. This is a Austin Matthews
Oh yeah.
Young Gun. I got this in the first pack of the box that I opened. The first pack, the first card. Boom. This thing's worth, I don't even fucking know. BGS graded 9.5 is going for $1,600 Canadian.
For how much?
How much?
1,600.
That card? Ooh,
Really?
that looked like it
Graded.
could be a 9.5.
Oh, this thing came out of the pack and went straight into
Yeah, maybe a
this
10.
hard plastic. Like this thing has.
Perfect.
I touched it once with my fingers and put it in
Greasy hands. And then
You
like
probably fucking
edges-
just finished
the edges
eating
of the
your
cards are like-
Doritos
it's like-
or some shit.
this. I was eating
dust on the edges.
Cheetos. I was eating Cheetos at the time. He's got like this greasy cheese mustache on his face. Look
it's like, no, that's his real mustache. Oh,
Yeah, that's a. Oh
at this.
man!
Look at the corners. There's these things are. This thing is mint, bud.
send it away. Get that $1,600 graded.
No, what you want to do is you want to send your cards in bulk to get graded because it costs
yeah.
I was looking at that
less.
today. Yeah.
Costs less per card. Whatever.
So what is it? Some old nerd dude just there with a magnifying glass
Checking
in
his
the
name is
corner?
Beckett.
Just like,
Checking the
Mr. Beckett.
They check the
adhesive.
corners. They check the centering. so the centering of the print.
smell.
I guess they have a
He's like-
template.
Yeah.
Like what center? It has to be centered. The edges have to be straight. The corners have to be good. The ink has to be like vibrant because if it was towards the end of the ink cartridge, it would be a little bit more faded, and those are worth less. So they look
Holy
at all
shit,
that
man.
shit.
I'm
Yeah.
picturing the guy, that old man from Toy Story 2, who like
yeah.
fixes up Woody.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
Well, sometimes you can get like traveling card shows that will do on the spot
Oh, really?
grading, but you have to like find out where
That's
they
what
are.
I need because
Nice.
I've got some I want to get.
Yeah, you would have to probably go to Toronto and find out when they're in Toronto.
Yeah,
would
I'm
do
here now,
have-
so yeah.
But do you have the Charizard?
I've got a reprint of the original Charizard from the from the XY Evolution set. I pulled at a pre-release tournament. I think it's worth like a couple grand if it's a 10.
Fuck, nice.
Yeah, it's up there. I gotta get that one graded. I got the Gyarados with the promo stamp too, I think, from that set. I've got reprints of like a lot of the cool base set ones, and a few. Got some original ones.
Ooh,
here.
he's
What,
got
what
some,
goodies? What
he's got some
goodies you
goodies
there?
behind him there.
Is that a Happy Meal? Is that a Pikachu Happy Meal?
Love it.
Oh, it
How much do you love Pokemon?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
THRILLHOUSE? Holy fuck.
So
probably
here,
get
I got
sued
a
for that.
binder here with just like there's some
Okay.
full
Back
art.
of the
Oh,
binder.
sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
The X's?
Yeah, but I've also got like there's some cool they've done some cool things like do you guys remember the e-reader for the Game Boy? There's like a little code
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
could scan.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So they made a bunch of sets like those that could add something to your game. Here's the page though that you guys might recognize. A bunch of base set.
Yes,
That's
I
from the
remember those.
movie promo
Yeah.
I got probably like
Right.
25 years ago now, or like 23
Wow.
years
Oh my
ago.
God, the
Champ.
movie. Wow.
Champ.
He
I
was
had
from the
that
deck.
Machamp one.
Yeah, I had
Oh,
this
yeah, we
one.
definitely had Machamp. For sure, 100% had that.
Yeah. Sweet.
Ah, wow. Who
So
friggin' knows?
if you want to play with those, do you take photos, print a photocopy, and then play with the photocopy?
I don't think that's legal, but I wouldn't play with these. There's the Charizard right there.
Oh,
nice.
So it's the original art with the promo
Classic.
stamp on it, and some Toys R Us promos there as well.
Oh yeah.
Some
What
hollows.
beautiful cards, eh? Oh my god! I just
Well,
love
okay,
how
so
shiny they are.
let's just take a second here because we should bring to light one of, I guess, THRILLHOUSE's biggest driving factors in life here. Matthew, why don't you tell us
With the Gyarados.
what your line of work is, what that passion is that makes you so appreciative of art and all that. So this is a good segue for that because of obviously you're very fixated on the beautiful art styles
yes.
and all that, of the cards, the original cards and the shinies and all that stuff. What would you say is your vocation, your line of work? Why don't you tell everyone who's listening, who's watching?
Design, the improvement of design and visuals.
There you go.
Improvement of.
Art direction, right? Art direction.
Yeah,
art style.
having a library of all these incredible artists and layout, because it's art and then it's a layout, and then it's got the functionality as well, right? So it's so many things in one.
You've got concept art books all over your place there, probably on your bookshelf in the back and all that stuff.
And
too,
even
right?
within the card variation, like they have full arts now. They have hollows, reverse hollows. Even some of the moves kind of like tie into the card art sometimes, or they've got some wild promos now that just look like art you would get from. Like I think it was a Munch collaboration, and it's a set where
Really?
they look. They're doing like the Scream or something.
Oh,
Beautiful
sweet.
museum set. They're worth quite a bit, probably like 1,000 a pop or like 2,000.
Wow,
it's
eh?
graded.
Son of a
You might want
bee.
to throw it on the screen later, but yeah, they're great collaboration there. They did a Mario collaboration card. I don't know if you guys have seen it, Pikachu Mario. I think that's worth a few thousand. Probably.
I don't think so.
You might want to pull that one up. You'd like that one.
Pikachu Mario card.
Yeah, there's just so many variation that having like a full library with the cards is
Pikachu Mario.
yeah.
It's all in Japanese.
Pika
and
Mario?
Luigi. You got Luigi there too.
Poke Mario.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Okay, excellent. So you have a deep appreciation of the art style of the art direction of
Yeah, it's
Pokemon,
great.
but not just about Pokemon, but everything in general.
Yes, he actually did my logo for my photography business.
There you go.
And it's fantastic.
That's right. Well, we did a little bit of show and tell. I would like to do some show and tell right now. Okay, some Pokemon merchandise, memorabilia, show and tell. I've got 2 items in the exhibition. I've got 2 exhibits.
What
if you
do
want
you have?
Okay,
What
check this
could
out.
You
So,
possibly have.
number 1, Thrill House. You'll remember this. Okay, I was polishing this up before the show. Okay, I don't have the original thing that it came in, but Burger King had these special gold-plated cards.
What is this?
Okay, in like the 90s. I had it.
Try to
this
put
is-
that
I'm-
close.
I'm gonna try to kind of make sure they don't
So
get too much
shiny
glare.
though.
Yeah.
But that's a Charizard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get into focus. It's a Charizard, like gold plated. I don't know what the the style is or
Wow.
whatever. But that's actually very hard to polish because there's a lot of nooks and crannies. But that came with, I think you had to buy it separately at Burger King. It didn't come with a meal. I think you had to buy it.
$2 back in the day
$2
with ball.
Probably.
complete with ball. And Mom still had it before we started. I was like, Mom, do you have that shiny Pokemon thing that came in that big red ball, which is like destroyed now? Like it's all
Oh,
chipped
yeah,
and
I
shit.
remember
and
that.
fucking
I remember
because I think we let the boys have it to play with and throw around, right? But Mom,
we probably fucking tossed it around.
well, I'm sure.
Whipping at each other.
But Mom was like, well, I better take this out of that shitty old Pokeball because she knew that the kids would probably fuck it up and fumble around with it somehow. So I took this from her, and
glad.
luckily she knew where it was. So I'm going to polish it up a little bit better, probably buy like a little casing for it or something and just put it on my shelf with my other stuff. Like Nate's bought me
Dad-
like silver dollars.
Dad can
and-
polish that. Dad'll
You know
polish
what you
that
should
with like a pad on the drill or something.
Well, no, I have
No,
the
you-
solution for it. I have my,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
polish and shit.
You know what you need to do? Drill a hole at the top, put a big gold chain, fucking put it on.
Wear it. Just wear it around.
Bling! Just like keep
Some
shining it.
Hey, ladies.
hello, ladies.
What do you think of my Charizard? Okay, so that was my first item. Okay, I have one more for you.
That's awesome.
One more for
That
you.
was the Burger King
You guys
Classic.
probably what?
That was the Burger King Classic.
Yeah,
Collect
a
all
Burger
6.
King Classic. Now you guys probably haven't seen this in at least 20 years. Okay, so it's missing its cover, but do you remember the Pokemon Red Blue
yes.
game guide?
No way.
Thrill House. I don't think you've
I don't
ever
know if
seen
I've
this, but-
seen that.
I
Gotta
used the
catch 'em
shit
all,
out of that
man.
thing.
Wow.
Just
Yeah.
looking up the Pokedex. It was like a
It
Pokedex
is-
in your hand.
Protect the
It
rest
is so
of that, Dan.
tattered. Like, look at this shit.
Probably missing so many pages
Protect
though.
that.
It could
That
be,
is
but
sick.
also, it's honestly it's sweet because there's a technical and hidden machine chart where there's it shows all the types and like
amazing.
what's good against what. This is all first gen, obviously.
Nice.
But that's
That's
okay.
it. That's the original 150, man. That's my.
Yeah.
That's
buy one.
fucking. That's
But
so
for a
sick.
lot of people who are maybe playing the games right now and don't know this, like those like stat charts are in these old fucking guides.
that
Like, you
layout.
know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
So those aren't like an integration of a new game system or anything like that. Those are like classic stat charts where you show
Damn,
your
that's
HP,
sweet.
defense,
Daniel,
attack points.
I'm looking it up now because I kind of want to buy a
That was
copy.
before the internet.
It's about $100.
See if you can.
How much dollars
$100 for if it had the cover.
on eBay?
Yeah.
Wow,
Some are
just
more.
crazy.
I kind of want to buy one.
What's it called? Red and Blue Game Guide.
Yeah. Well,
I
this
don't-
one has all three versions, so I don't know. It's for red, yellow, and
The spine doesn't even really say it. Really, just what I can read out. It only says.
Just ripped to shreds.
Yeah, it just says official
Either way, it's
Nintendo
$100.
official.
Yeah, 70.
It's official, though.
70, 59.
It says
Trophy,
100
Daniel.
150 of them. One of you.
Official Trainer's Guide. I think it's the one with Pikachu, Charizard, and Blastoise on the cover.
Yeah, I don't
I
remember.
think that would have been the one.
Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur are on the back, so maybe
Yeah.
Pikachu's on
That's
the front.
beautiful. I love
But
that.
like that
layout.
classic picture of Ash.
the
Well, I guess not
watercolor,
Ash.
like,
Your
yeah.
sorry,
Isn't
your,
his
your
name
character.
Red?
That's
Red,
funny.
maybe.
Yeah. So Ash in is an option, I think, in yellow. I mean, you could always name it whatever, but yeah, yellow's kind of
Right.
themed after Ash, and then
Oh, okay.
but red, blue, yeah, it's the name. They're always pretty much called the title of the game. For at least the first 4 gens, I think,
Right.
or first 3 gens, or first 2.
So I asked the AI a few things.
What AI?
Which one?
I chose multiple because they give you trials, so I just did a
Midjourney?
bunch. Yeah,
Oh, like the art?
the
Midjourney's
art
an art
AIs.
thing, isn't
Yeah. So check it out. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so I asked the AI art generators online to create some art for me, Pokemon art. Okay. Here we go. So I asked the AI to do some stuff. So I was like, AI, show me a Pikachu and show me if a Pikachu and Gengar had a baby or an egg baby. Or whatever. And this is what he gave me. Check this fucking thing out.
Oh,
I like
wow.
it.
That's a sick
cool.
Pokemon. Look at the one on the right. I'm assuming the
They're
left
both
is actually
cool.
just
Maybe it evolves
Pikachu.
into the other. Yeah, but he's got like a necklace,
Yeah.
ghost necklace.
That is
Batwing.
cool.
Had an egg? Pikachu and Gengar had an egg.
Yeah, like an egg Pokemon. Well, I put baby, but like I don't know. I put egg there. Don't worry about that. That's not what I asked. And then I
nice.
said,
Wow.
"What if Jolteon and Charizard had a baby?"
Had an egg baby.
Joltazard.
This is what it looked. This is it here. Look at this fucking thing.
Oh, dang.
Oh, my God.
That looks like something from like a medieval demon.
Yeah.
Like,
That looks like a hieroglyph almost.
The
That
crest,
is-
yeah.
Sick. That is so fucking
cool.
sweet.
It looks like a
That's
legendary
yeah.
creature in some like tome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, that is like, it looks like a hieroglyph. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I asked if Rattata and Beedrill had a baby. I was just doing random whatever
That's
popped in my
already
head. I don't know what it was. Check this guy out.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Amazing. That
Okay.
might be my favorite.
That's actually pretty sick. That's pretty fucking
and
sweet.
Beedrill.
And then I started getting into a little bit more like
What if Ash and Misty had a baby?
I tried to like what if a human and a Pokemon mixed, but it didn't give me anything good. I was like I told the AI I told the AI to create a new fire Pokemon called Matchwick. Okay, that's what I told the AI. Create a new fire Pokemon called Matchwick. This is what he gave me.
Right.
I don't believe that. You drew that yourself, didn't you?
Macharituk. What is
That
the name?
is
Matcharituk.
That's a nasty Nate drawing through and through. I call bullshit.
You drew that. You drew that.
I did not. Draw it. It's right there. You can tell because look, you can see at the bottom right-hand corner of each AI, there's those color squares.
Reverse Google image that, John.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to put those color squares on a picture that you drew.
That
So
is ridiculous.
That is Matchwick. Okay, new fire Pokemon. I expect to see that in the next game.
He's
It tried even giving you the name. It tried giving you the name, and it's just
it
like
tried to give me the name yet.
It's just like something
tries to
can
give- It tries to give a lot of the Pokemon names. Like if you do it,
wow.
it's so fucking weird. But I love how the matchstick is its cock.
Yeah, like what?
Fuck, that's funny. I laughed so fucking hard on that.
Like
Wow.
like it could have given it its tail. It could have been the tail.
He is
Or like its
packing
arm.
heat.
For audio listeners, I apologize, but you'll have to check it out on the YouTube,
You
or
gotta
I'll
check it out
post it
on
on
YouTube.
I'll post it on Twitter. But it looks like a rat dragon thing with looks like a magician's wand sticking
For a
out of his
penis.
crotch.
Looks like
And it's
Cruella
on
DeVille's
fire.
cigarette coming out of his crotch.
Yeah, one of those like Captain Hook cigar holders
Oh
or
man,
whatever.
that's funny. Okay, so next one, I was like, oh, let's get into the dark stuff. So I was like, show me a Pokemon apocalypse.
Uh-oh.
Check this out. Look at this guy.
Oh, it's the end of all things.
Sweet.
That is like the ultimate Pokemon that will end things. Right?
Pokemon
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, like that wolf that comes and eats the world.
Yeah.
It's like that Pokemon
Yeah.
that comes and
Look at the gem in his belly. You see that?
that's
That's
cool.
the
Color's
apocalypse
amazing.
gem.
It's like the Brawly of Pokemon.
So that was that was one, and I asked all the AI generators to do this, so they gave me all different ones. Okay, so here's the next one. It's so fucking stupid. Look at this.
What the fuck is that?
Look at this guy. What the hell is happening to
piggy
him?
I
right
know
roll.
which AI I want to use for things.
what does the name even say? What does it say up there? Piggy
Piggy Royal.
Piggy
Piggy
Royal.
Royal.
Wow, man.
I love how it's a big explosion.
They somehow all look like Pikachu things.
Yeah,
Yeah, the black Pikachu.
Yeah,
that's
I found
cool.
that
That's
a lot
creepy.
actually. If you put Pokemon, it'll just try to make a variation of like a Pikachu.
I probably have said this before, but these pictures remind me of like, you know, how like if you're having a dream and you like if you like drew a picture of Pokemon in your dream
Yeah.
and like put
Yeah.
it down on the table and you look at it, like that's what it looked like. Like the word wouldn't actually say anything, but it
Yeah,
looks like
no,
it
it's
does.
like a dream. It's like,
like
a
a
dream
dream.
for sure.
So here's the
So
next one.
weird.
Okay, here's the next one. This one is pretty cool. Look at this guy.
Oh. Can you zoom in on that a bit?
Similar aura to the original. They're both
Is that possible?
dragon looking.
Okay, that's cool. What's that
So-
say? What was the request
That was
for
just
that one?
Pokemon Apocalypse. So I
Oh,
guess
the
this
same one,
guy,
okay.
this flying Pokemon here is about to just annihilate the world. And that's you. You're the trainer there.
That's pretty cool.
And you have to catch it. You have to catch the World Eater.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. So then Alma came downstairs and she's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just fucking around with Pokemon AI shit. And she's like, oh, ask it what if Halo were a Pokemon? I was like, what? Okay.
It doesn't even make sense.
Let's ask if Halo was a Pokemon. Look at what it gave me. Hold on.
It's the perfect.
That's amazing. I want that.
What the fuck is that? It looks like a fucking Mega Man.
It looks like
Mega Man Pokemon.
Like a
no,
little
it looks like
fucking gremlin.
one of those. What's like one of those green guys called in Dragon Ball Z? Those little fucking
Cybermen?
aliens.
Oh yeah, the Cyberman.
Cyberman.
Looks like a Cyberman. Yeah, that's right.
And then I was like, oh, while we're doing that, I was like, what if Kratos was a Pokemon?
Oh God.
And this is what it gave me.
It looks like a Guilmon from
like-
Digimon, like 100%.
Digimon.
Just looks
It
like a little
does look like a
dragon.
Digimon.
Now, these were cool. I was like, let's get into cyberpunk Pokemon.
Ooh.
Check this one out. Fucking right.
Oh.
oh yeah,
Oh yes, a Gripgelly.
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 Gripgelia. Gripgelia.
Those eyes are probably Kuroshi optics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
How much RAM do you
that
think he's
sick?
got in that deck?
That's awesome.
Look
is
how
very
fucking
cool.
sick it that is. That is sweet.
Sweet hair.
Bizarre.
Check
I
this one
particularly
out.
hang on, go back up one more. Just go back up to. I particularly love the background. I just wanted to say that sweet like cyberpunk city looking thing, like the buildings, the windows.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Isn't that sick? And then the next one is this one. It went super realistic for the other AI generator.
That looks like something from Evangelion or something.
Nice.
That's sweet.
Isn't that fucking cool?
Like Gundam.
That's probably the coolest we've seen
Oh, it's
yet,
like a
I would
wolf,
say. Anyway.
cyber wolf building.
Yeah.
That is sick.
it is
Look at
kinda
this guy. Look at this one.
That's cool. Whoa.
What the fuck? How does it do this? You know?
It
I don't
just
even wanna
takes
know.
images. I'm guessing it uses Google Images.
Yeah, and it just like
searches.
mashes them all together somehow. So then I asked it, I was like, show me the next evolution of Gengar in a cyberpunk world. Just random shit. Look at this.
Oh. Wow.
It's got like a
really
fang
impressive.
visor.
It's like, bleh, yeah.
Like Gremlin, another Gremlin.
Yeah.
Fucking
sweet.
sick.
And he's got a little companion on his head.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck the companion
It's
is.
an AI. It's just an AI. It's a little drone.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
it. That was my
I want
AI
some
generation.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think the cyberpunk ones are probably my favorite of all those. Whoever's listening, go check those out on YouTube.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
those are very cool. Okay, well, let us get into our big one for this episode, okay? The new Pokemon release, Violet and Scarlet, just came out. When was the release date? What was the release date?
18th of November, I think.
18th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a week.
What's that? 8 days ago?
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Last Friday? It came out on a Friday?
Thursday night. Yeah, Friday.
Thursday night. Now, THRILLHOUSE has got a midnight release story for us. Okay, guys, I want you to check this out.
Oh.
Yes,
Matt, why don't you go ahead and tell us that story? Okay, this is a good
Sure.
one. I like this one.
So yeah, usually when we can through, especially university, we did like a release party, so everyone would go get it day one. You know, just hang out for the weekend, try and beat through it.
Fuck yeah.
But so kind of doing it remotely. Had a buddy who was also going to the midnight release. So I'm in Toronto now. Haven't been to the EB Games too many times, but they're having a pre-release. So I called ahead, and they had froze all the pre-orders, but they said there was enough for walk-ins if you came in.
Oh,
Store
wow.
was gonna
Okay.
be opening at 11, and then they'd be able to sell it at 12. You know, I'm thinking, well, okay, I don't have to get there until like basically 12. Yeah, that was my mistake. So I got off the subway, I walk out. I'll send down the photo. You can put it up, but I see like this enormous line, like going around from like the
Are you
corner and
fucking
wrapping around
kidding
the
me?
building, and then just people like growing it. And I'm like, wow, I should have left earlier. So I go up and I get in line. It's very cold too. I didn't. Yeah, like it was.
didn't
It's
prepare
winter
for
here.
the
Yeah,
cold.
yeah. Getting over here. I thought I was gonna be in and out. So I get in line, and there's a security guard going through and like managing the line. And he comes up to me and says, "You know, do you have a pre-order?" No, I don't have a pre-order. Okay, well, you should go home. You're wasting your time. You're not gonna get a copy. So I said, well,
Wow.
No, I'm sure I can. Like, I called ahead. He said, no, I talked to them. Like, you're not gonna be getting a copy tonight. You're wasting your time.
How long? Hang on. How long were you in line at this point, though, Matthew? How long did you
I had just
wait
gotten there.
before
I just gotten off the subway.
Okay.
At around like 10 to 12, 15 to 12.
Okay,
Maybe a
so
little
you weren't
earlier.
standing there for like half
I
hour
wasn't standing
before
there
you
long.
said that.
I'd done
Okay.
the half an hour subway downtown, walked a couple minutes into the square.
Okay,
got in
so
line,
he tells
and
you
then
to
told to leave. He
tells you to turn
I
around.
should leave.
Kick rocks.
So
he tells you to go pound sand.
yeah, so I leave for like a minute, go back to like the square, and I'm just kind of standing there for a minute, like this sucks. Like there's an hour like gone, and you know, it's like it'd be nice to be part of this. So I just decided to go back into the line because I saw more people line up. So I'm worse off than I was like a minute ago because I think like 10 people are now ahead of me. But it was kind of like, all right, well, you know, they're in line. So ended up getting in line. He's giving the same speech to the people behind me, you know, like you should leave. I think half of them did, and half of them were like, no, we're gonna stay.
He just wanted all the copies for himself.
That could be. That could be. Yeah.
This fucking guy, the security guard.
So yeah, it was a long wait, but they had people coming with like free stuff that they could find, or free items, or like doing quizzes, and like here's a free skin for your Switch. Here's a free.
Oh, cool.
We're giving away like hats based on your starter. In the line, everyone had like a different hat.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. And then, but so 3.5 hours later,
Oh my god.
I got my copy. So there was like the line from outside that went around. Then you get around the corner, and then you can see the GameStop sign downtown. Once I got into the store, there's like another line. The whole store was packed, like a kind of like a maze snake around.
God.
So like, I don't know. There were hundreds of people there.
What the fuck?
But
I'm pretty amazed that you got a copy though in Toronto. Like that many people. That's pretty impressive that they have that many, especially for you to just walk up without a pre-order.
So that's just a symbol to never let anyone tell you what
Tell
you're
you.
capable of.
What a fucking asshole.
And,
I hope
also
he's
a
listening.
Dragonite promo that they were giving away
cool.
for like.
So that
you
came
bought a
with the
few
game.
Cards. Well, it came with a card purchase.
Because you pre-ordered?
No, when I got
he
there, they
didn't.
were just having a promo. If you bought cards, you got it. So I don't know if you can get this anymore,
Oh.
but it's got a GameStop.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, okay.
sweet. Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, so, and then at the end of the night, when I was leaving, they were having the security guard give out stickers to everyone who was leaving. So I think he handed me a nice sticker on my way out. So
Big
it was a big
grudgingly.
180, yeah.
Fuck you, buddy.
See, did you tell him? Did you say,
in your face, in your face.
I was just too excited to go.
you're
and-
lucky I didn't fucking listen to you, you son of a bitch.
I was like, what if he was like a Pokemon trainer, master legend who was like, you passed the test. You're committed.
Yeah,
Follow me.
follow me. You can challenge the Elite Four.
Yeah, well, they did have.
I'll tell you guys a story. Wait, are you gonna finish yours?
That was pretty much it. I was just gonna say they did have like Nintendo reps in line doing kind of challenges,
really?
like can you guess the cry, and we'll give you like
Oh, that's
like
fun.
a prize,
Just to
that
keep
kind of
everyone
thing,
busy
yeah.
and awake at fucking 12 a.m.
It's an event.
Yeah,
it's an event
very
waiting
cool.
in that line.
Well, they do give a lot of promo shit. Like you showed the cards. That's how you get a lot of those.
Okay.
Those promo. I think you can get gift codes for gifts like in the game.
Yeah,
too?
so I actually have one here. So they give
Like those mystery gifts like in the menu.
mythicals.
Oh.
So there's like codes you can get. Here was an older one for like a mythical shiny, but usually they'll
Yeah.
give them at like EB
Oh,
games. So you go ask for a
sweet.
code, and then you get like a very exclusive Pokemon. In Japan, they'll do like movie events. So, like if you have your movie ticket, you can get a special legendary that's like in the movie, or like some
Holy
Pokemon
shit.
Center stores there. If you go on your birthday, you can get a special Pokemon.
What other game does this? You know what I mean?
I've got Pokemon
Like, I
10
don't-
years old.
It's a big culture.
Like, it's insanity. It's insanity.
They have Pokemon
That's
cafes and THRILLHOUSE. They have
have-
Pokemon
in Japan,
cafes,
yeah.
theme parks, restaurants.
Yeah, there's theme park,
Have you
and then
been
the
to
theme
Japan,
parks have
THRILLHOUSE?
exclusive promo cards. So like everything is so well.
Wow.
He has been to Japan. See, this is why we wanted to have THRILLHOUSE on the show because he's like
He's
a
been to
walking
Japan for Pokemon Land.
Pokemon
I wish.
encyclopedia. That's
Yeah.
why
I don't know if it was open at that point.
mega fan.
Fuck's sake.
Nathaniel had something.
Let me tell you my story how I got my copy. I walked into EB Games, well, now called GameStop, and I was like, do you have Pokemon Violet? And he was like, yes, here you go. I was like, thank you. And I pay for that, and I walk home.
That's exactly
Sounds
what
nice.
happened to mine as well.
But did you get a hat?
I
and
found
a
that.
promo
I didn't
card?
get any. I didn't get any free shit though.
I found out that I could trade in Let's Go Pikachu for a trade-in value of $50, which I did. I wasn't
insane.
wasn't
Contentious
crazy
with me.
about it because like I kind of wanted to hang on to my copy, but it was a good little game that got me kind of started on the Switch, and I figured, you know what, I'll trade it in for 50 and I'll get the
I
new
got
one for
over it
30.
because you
and-
said it invested in the new one, and
yeah,
you did.
well,
you
I figured
give a goodbye, like I told you, to your cartridge. Hopefully,
Yeah.
someone.
yeah, it was sad.
I hope you didn't wipe the save, so some I think you had like a shiny Squirtle maybe or like something.
I don't know. I don't think I had anything that special. I don't think.
Whoever
I-
gets
all I know
Standoff's copy, check that save.
is that it gave me the opportunity to actually get into like a new Pokemon game for once, because I really haven't played anything since like the last games I played were, like we said, Red, XY, and Let's Go. So it gave me the opportunity to do that, and I was only $30 for a brand new game. So I'm singing because of that.
Nice.
Well, let me tell you, I paid $3 for mine
Right.
How's
because
that?
I traded in Mario Strikers Battle League on Switch, which they had a promo going for $50 value. I'm like, fuck yeah! Like this is a game that I'm only ever gonna play when I have people over, and no one wants to come to my house for some reason. Anyway,
Because your dogs. Because it's because of Arthas.
but I was like, fuck it. There's no replay value in that game, like at all. So I'm like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. And then Gran Turismo 7, which I never play anymore, they're giving $25 for. So I paid $3 for the new Pokemon. Boom.
Nice.
Which ones did you guys get? I got Scarlet.
Violet.
Violet.
Wow.
I'm the
You're
only Scarlet?
You're the only
What
fucking
the hell
Scarlet.
is this? Dan,
Well,
I thought you were going to...
I got
thought you were gonna
Violet
be with
because
me.
our other buddy Matt. I have like 5 Matt friends. He got Scarlet, and our other buddy Kyle, Richard Roma, his gamer tag, he's getting Scarlet. So I figured, whatever. If they get, as long as somebody in my friend circles have Scarlet too, and I'll get Violet. Plus, I liked the Pokemon on the cover of Violet. It reminded me of like the Nightwalker from Princess Mononoke. I was like, that's cool. I like that. So I bought. That was my what's the word? That was the intuition that I followed.
I was surprised you jumped on the new Pokemon. I was pleasantly surprised. I still think you got to play Arceus at some point. I don't know if anyone's
Well, I was
going to
say I regret not playing it, and I will.
It's a
I think I
timeless
will.
masterpiece, so it's like you can play it anytime. I cannot push that game enough.
Nathaniel has some issues with Arceus, I think.
Yeah? Okay.
Not issues. I loved Arceus. What they did here, in my opinion, this is my opinion. I'm not a Pokemon expert like THRILLHOUSE is, but when I played Arceus, I was like, it's missing so much shit. Like, you go out, you catch. I already said this on one of the other podcasts, and it was very like, it wasn't alive enough for me, right? And I played through it. Fantastic game. I put like maybe 35 hours into it, and then we let one of our friends borrow it. I was like, okay, I've had my time with that. But like this game, this new one, it does everything better than Arceus, in my opinion. And you honestly don't even need to play Arceus because this is out now.
Well,
Hot take, that's me.
I would say
That's what I gotta
if
say.
you're going to take story out of it and maybe just for a pure gameplay evolution, maybe.
Yeah.
But to your point, like Arceus is a lot more hub worlds. It's more like
Yes.
you got the town as the hub.
There's one town. The
yeah,
one town.
and you're going to like areas, whereas this one is the first truly open world
yes.
game
Yeah.
they've ever done.
which is big for me. That's big for me.
But it's more of a homage to the classic too, though. Like you go city to city, you go through the little routes. You know what I mean? You're going into those little bushes, and you're going to the towns to do the gyms. Arceus didn't have that, and I think that's what really didn't do it for me.
Sure, Arceus is definitely a different. In terms of lore too, so Arceus, to set up, maybe I have some history that biases me because Arceus is technically a prequel to Gen 4 that didn't exist at the time. So they basically remade
Okay.
Gen 4 and then did a prequel to it,
Okay.
a prequel that didn't exist. So the connecting lore and like even the little riddles and the library stuff, that all adds so much of that game to
maybe
me,
that's why.
and all the little connective tissue. But yeah, there's like every Pokemon game, I would say, feels entirely different, and they always have new features or they retire other features, and it's just kind of like which story you like better, or like what you get from it when you've beaten the game, I feel, or like how you remember it. So I don't know. They all have their memorable things for me.
Nice. Beautiful.
All right. So how many hours you got in them? In it, the new one.
And the new one.
Not as much as I'd like.
Me neither.
Yeah, I back then, like, if it was 5 years ago,
Noobs.
that would be done in the weekend. That's
true.
I gotta catch up
on, guys.
when we're done. I'm
You
gonna
didn't
be
prepare
playing
for this
tonight
podcast
until
by
like 3 a.m.
So I have 21 hours in mine. What do you have in yours?
I'm around the same. I think I'm at 20. 20, yeah.
Not even close to that. Where do I check?
Oh, we
again?
can
I don't
check.
even know. I don't
Dan,
even
Go
know
to
how
your
many
map.
hours I'm
Go to
in.
your map.
Go to your map and go to profile.
God damn it.
Map.
21
Press-
hours. Yeah.
Press X.
We've been playing for the exact same amount of time.
Hang on. You might have just
18
me
hours, I
into-
guess.
18.
Oh, wow. Nice.
18 or 13?
18. I don't know if that's
you go.
some of that might be idle
No,
because
you
I only
pr-
have
did
two
you- yeah,
badges.
did
So
total play time. 7 hours. That's more than I thought I'd have.
Okay. 7 hours, 18, 21. Pokedex. What's your Pokedex at?
Ooh.
Caught and seen.
Uh-oh.
Nasty Nate.
Nasty
I've
Nate.
caught 124. I've seen 168.
Rookie.
Really? You've got more than that?
Rookie.
Fuck's sake. I thought I was catching a
142.
lot.
142 caught. 182 seen.
Wow.
I've got
THRILLHOUSE?
89 caught, 103 battled, or I guess seen.
Yeah, seen yet.
That's pretty good.
Slacking with the 18. Yeah.
I've got I've got 37 caught, 46 battled in my 7 hours.
All right. Well, there you go. Well, who'd you choose for your starter?
I chose Fuecoco because I thought he was the cutest little fucking thing. I was gonna choose the cat, Sprigatito, or
I
what is
thought
it?
you
Not
were gonna do the
Sprigatito.
cat. I thought
leaf
you were
one?
gonna do the cat.
Sprigatito.
Sprigatito. A Sprigatitty.
Who's next?
Nasty Nate, I took Quaxley.
Yes,
Nice.
I also chose the Donald of Quaxley.
Really?
I chose Quaxley
So-
too.
All three of you
Wow.
chose Quaxley. Nobody chose Sprigatito.
I got traded one Wonder Trade in the first town from Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Like a random trade?
Yeah. Like my
Oh, that was smart. So you could probably just do the tutorial, open up the Wonder Trade, and people are just trading the starters.
Yeah, you could probably go nuts. Yeah. I'm gonna try one right now.
And then restart.
yeah.
Let's talk about the game,
Sure.
guys. All right.
What do you want to start with? What do you guys want to start? We got graphics, we got gameplay mechanics, we've got performance, story. What are you guys feeling first here?
Let's talk about the visuals. The visuals? Art style visuals.
Love the Pokedex, the new one.
Yeah. Do you want to start there? Let's start
so
there. I like
strange.
that
UI,
idea.
yeah, on the-
Like
I
the
thought it's-
wood grain.
It's like, it's like a little
bookshelves. What is that?
archive.
It's like
I
an
thought it was
actual
really
app on your
cool.
phone.
Yeah.
It's like it almost looks like a cheap app that you would find like in your phone.
Yeah, I think it's like the
it's like this-
old like bookstore apps they used to have on smartphones.
Yeah,
So-
like the Kindle, like the old
Really?
Kindle app.
That's not even what I'm thinking. I wasn't even thinking virtual. I was thinking like even though it is on your phone because it's on your new quote unquote smartphone, which is a Pokemon apparently.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like I don't know, I was just picturing them like those VHS boxes, but they were like book like volumes almost.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I mean?
don't-
Like actual like tangible. I thought those were really cool, and it looks like they're like on a shelf and stuff. That's sweet because it's mostly normally the other games are what like just digital interfaces with
yeah.
Or it'll show
pictures
the
and-
icon like Pokeball caught in the older ones anyway.
Yeah.
They've gotten more creative with it. Yeah, I think the more
Yeah, I love the
embellished
kind of
with it.
archival
So
look.
you
where
guys
can
are
scroll
fans
through.
of this new Pokedex
I like
bookshelf?
it. I like it for sure.
I
Because they
like
show
it
that really
for-
cool
for
picture.
this game. Yeah.
Yeah, and they show the artwork
mind
of
them
each
trying something
Pokemon on the front
different.
cover.
I like the little artwork on
Yeah.
the cover of each box.
Yeah.
Is cool,
Yeah,
and the
it's
little
great.
made up font or whatever the fuck it is, like language that's there. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I find it looks much better in handheld mode. Obviously,
I find it's
Yeah.
a little sharper. Yeah.
I mean, you don't see it as much, and you're probably further away, and because it's smaller, obviously. But like playing on the 65 inches,
Makes me more nostalgic
Oy.
in handheld. So fine
Yeah.
with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
The OLED screen is massive, boys.
That is sick. I like the edge to edge.
true. Wow, I
Bezel's
didn't
tiny on
realize
that.
You guys can see yourselves. Look.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. It's kind of hard to play on the telly. I mean, I was doing it this afternoon for most of the morning and the afternoon. I was like, you know what? I was started with handheld and I was like, I gotta see this bigger. I'm so fucking blind. So I put it on the telly.
TV.
Yeah, I don't.
There's definitely. I'm slightly disappointed in the like abundant aliasing, but in the end, I was like, it kind of adds to the game's charm.
They had to optimize it for the open world, and
It looks like piss. Let's
maybe.
just call it as it is.
Yeah.
It
what do you
runs
guys
like piss, and it looks like
I don't
piss.
think I enjoy it any less though. For that though,
No,
I don't.
no.
It doesn't affect the.
No, the world is nice though. Like you like the look of the world. There's lots of colors. It's very vibrant.
Yes.
Now the cities and towns all have their own little kind of their own little styles. There's one town that's kind of like a ranch, like western kind of town. There's like cities that are like have tall buildings. It's cool. It reminds me of the cities in X and Y kind of. There was
I
like
don't even remember them. It's been so long.
but I liked it. I really like the style. It's nice. And now I remember going back talking about Arceus when Arceus came out and the trailers came out for this. Everyone was like, "What the hell is this? It looks like
wasn't
shit. Like
optimized.
it's just like
alpha.
brown ground everywhere."
Look like shit. I'm sorry, but it looked.
I really like the style. I like the look of RC's style. I want to try it because it's got like
It's
almost a
got the
cell
beautiful
shaded look
sky.
to it.
It's full water.
It ran better than this game. I'll give it that. I'll give Arceus that. Okay, that
Well,
it ran better
will.
than this one.
I will be buying it one
You
day.
want to know
I
why?
can
Because
assure
there was
you.
no grass. There was no grass in Arceus.
I think there's
It was like
logical reasons, I guess. I think it had one of the coolest video game skies, especially throughout the game.
What, you staring at the sky all game when you play
Yeah,
the
Oh,
game?
nice.
exactly. Absolutely.
Oh, search the skies,
And
Minister.
then like Ghibli-esque, even when the frame
Yes.
rate would go down, it just looks cinematic, like on a windmill
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
and
24
that's, like,
frames per second, just like a
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
exactly what this game runs at. I have that written right here. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
Actually, I wanted to say
There's a couple. I have a point here.
what's nice about the graphics too is the models of the characters are fantastic in
Yes,
this game.
I was going to say that. What
They're
do you guys
fantastic.
think?
Like the
character
hair,
models?
the textures on them, even the textures on the Pokemon. Very nice. Like if you see like a leathery Pokemon or like an alligator or
Or
something,
when you're wet.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very very well done.
They
I'd say.
definitely spent the time on character and Pokemon models. That's for sure. Which I guess are the two priorities if you're going to optimize anything or make anything look good in this game.
Make the Pokemon
It's going to be
look
the
good.
buildings. I'm sorry. It's going to be the characters.
Yeah.
It's going to be,
No,
it's gonna be the
textures are
characters
fine.
and the fucking
visuals-
Pokemon.
Like it's fine. The graphics were fine. It's just the performance. Obviously, everyone's talking
they're
about it.
they're
It's
related.
horrible. It's
They're
horrible.
related.
Yep.
Do you guys like the little facial animations? I love those. Like
Oh,
how they're
so
like
expressive,
smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Because
started
it-
that with Arceus more, like,
Oh, yeah?
and then I think they've like even more refined in this one, like more almost more dynamic looking.
Yeah.
How about
Especially
when you eat a
'cause they don't-
sandwich?
Yeah,
And it's just like some sandwich in the background. Like, well, like what am I watching here? Like, what is
I just like that they do the facial expression stuff. They make the characters a little bit more engaging that way because it makes up for the lack of any voiceover or whatever. And I'm fine with that. I don't need the voiceover. You know, Skyrim doesn't do it. Oblivion doesn't. All those Bethesda games doesn't because it can just ruin the vibe of a game. Like they did it with Henry with Kingdom Come. So maybe it's just not in the stars or in the cards.
I
you can
see.
project on it more, and I think it's good for teaching kids how to read. It's like I remember that really helped me.
Take that away. What else do they have
Yeah.
now?
That's true. That's very true.
It's funny when they going back to performance when you'll notice in scenes where they limit the frame rate of just
Yes.
certain things in the scene. Like when you go into your class for the first time, it shows like all the students and they're all at like 3 FPS going.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
the
what
thing.
am I watching right
That's
now?
the thing. There's a certain way. It's hard to explain. Whenever you're focusing on an item in the scene, then there's like the background, right? Anything in the background they limit to like 5 FPS.
Yeah,
And
like
anything-
windmills. There's like towers
Yeah.
and windmills, and
Yeah,
it's just
and
like
anything up front to the screen is at a proper FPS. So even whenever you see Pokemon walking down the street in this town, they're like 2
Yeah.
FPS. But then whenever you eventually get to them, like you walk up to them, they'll start walking or
Yeah, they clear
at the
it
same FPS. Yeah. So that is a performance thing that they've tried to, I don't know, tweak with. And I don't mind that because you know what? When you're playing the game, what are you really focusing on? Right? Like your character and you're driving around. I don't
know.
really.
Okay, but how many excuses can
Yeah.
they make here? Like, come on, we had Breath of the Wild. It wasn't like this.
I was going to say, we have
how many
Animal
other
Crossing,
games?
New Horizons, Matthew, which looks fantastic and
How
runs
many other
fantastic.
games have we had on Switch that look fine
So,
and run?
yeah. Yeah.
You know, like we'll see how the updates are and stuff.
Yeah, are they going to update it?
Are they going to update
They're
it?
just going to work on the
Probably
next
not.
one. Comes out next year. Like
They
don't
do come out with
fucking
a
care.
lot of
Though-
Pokemon games.
Yeah,
Check this out, guys. So I've been
this is
looking
not
at
a
that.
long service game. You know what I mean?
I was reading online. So a big thing was like, wow, will they patch the performance? You know, will they update the performance? Yada yada yada. And Nintendo outsources their technical support, okay, to like third party support companies. And for the longest time, they said, "Oh, we never got any calls about performance issues on the game." For like the first 5-6 days, which is horse shit. It's completely horse
For
shit
this game,
for this game. And so now, just like on the article I was reading, at the bottom, I don't have it pulled up, sorry. But at the bottom, it's like edited November 25 or something, November 24th. It's like the support has finally said that they are getting complaints about the performance issues. And there could possibly be an update to the game to fix this stuff.
Can they
well,
even
here,
do
listen
that?
to this. Listen to this. There's an article on Dexerto.
Who?
On Dexerto.com.
This could have been the one I was
Nintendo
reading.
is actually issuing refunds for
Yes.
this game.
There it is, THRILLHOUSE. There it is.
And
We knew this would
people-
come up.
They're getting enough complaints, and this is controversial, but people are actually getting refunds on this game. This has never happened before, Nintendo. This is crazy. Like,
It's like the cyberpunk of Nintendo.
Now, will
What?
they finally say, "Oh, we're losing some kind of money where people are actually returning or refunding the game"? Should we actually look at implementing FSR in this game?
I don't think they can do that.
Can Switch handle
Yes,
that?
they can.
It's NVIDIA, man.
FSR is not NVIDIA.
No, it's Switch NVIDIA, though.
No, Switch is based on NVIDIA Tegra shit mobile processor.
Yes,
Can
but
it even do FSR?
Yes, because FSR was on Wii Sports and Splatoon 3. They can do this. Yes,
What does
they can
Splatoon 3
fucking
look
do
like?
it. They can give us 5 to 10 frames per second by implementing FSR if they just fucking do it.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Wow. Well, that would
If
be
they
nice.
did that, it would be this is a game of the year if they did that. It's hands down.
That would be very cool. It'd be a nice bonus, that's for sure.
Anyway,
Actually, yeah, I would say this could be game of the year.
this game is
Candidate.
fucking awesome.
It's a great game. Like,
It's
it is
so
a great
fucking
game.
good. Yes.
But I mean, the performance is part of the game, and
Yep.
you're not getting game of the year with this performance.
No.
Not happening.
No.
I mean,
So, I think we're like,
all right, enough of this. We can't only beat a horse to
Beat
death so much. Okay? So let's move on to the story. Story?
classic.
Haven't gotten
Love it.
past the first 2 gyms, so we'll keep it.
Fine.
Yeah, but you were-
I've only
you were
got
introduced-
3.
You were
I've only got
introduced
3
into the
games.
3 like
faction.
branches of
paths.
the story.
Yes, yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
love that. I wasn't
Okay.
expecting that at all. I had no idea.
Yeah.
from
Me either. Yeah, it was really cool. So you get to choose.
Let's start there. Because I think I was given those choices. Maybe you guys can refresh my memory and I'll be like, yes, okay, I know what you're talking about. Because Jonathan, you had talked about that the other night. You had asked me and I said, okay, well, let's see. because you said get to the school and you get some choices.
So you
What
can
are those-
choose three paths.
Yeah. Right. What are they?
One is the gyms and the Pokemon League, like a traditional game,
Right.
Pokemon game, like the old ones. Another one is like the Team Star,
Team Star. Okay.
just like the Team Rocket.
Yep.
yeah,
Go,
yeah.
and they
Team
have their own
Star.
kind of bases that you can go defeat them, and
then
that's
the other
another
one was-
storyline.
The Titan, Arvin's Titan Pokemon.
Yes, and there's another one
Right.
that's like you go defeat these Titan Pokemon on this other quest for this other guy. So you
Right.
get choices, and I was really torn. I didn't know which one I wanted to do first. I
But
was
like, you can do them all though, can't you?
yeah, you can. I was like, oh, which do I do first?
But what do I wanna
Which
do
one do I
first? Yeah.
First, I had.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, I don't
So
know.
what did
I
you
don't know
guys
which
do
one.
first?
I was trainer
don't-
all the way. I was like, I want to get
remember.
my fucking badges. I want to get my
Yeah, I
fucking
think I went for
badges,
the gym. I
man.
think I
Gym
went I did the
badges.
gym.
That's what I did first, for sure.
I think I did the gym first, the first gym. Yeah.
Nice.
So I started with I started with the grass gym, and I got my grass badge. I figured I'd get a badge before doing the show, so I got my badge, my first badge, which was the
I don't remember which
artist,
one I
the
did.
avant-garde artist, Brassius, I think was his name. Fuck, he made me laugh, man. He's like, your performance is a work of art. Like, he was so, I was like, I
don't
like
even
this guy.
think I did that one yet.
Yeah.
Did you notice
Anyway.
at the beginning when your rival? Remember, you always have a rival in the game.
Yeah.
But like
Well, that's
recent Pokemon, it's kind of like turned into your friend.
Friendly.
Yeah.
It's like never. It's not a rival anymore.
Even the
Like,
Let's
what
Go
is this,
remake
man?
was a friend instead of Gary.
Oh, come
Wow,
on,
come
man.
on, man.
It's such a
Gary.
Alternate
everyone's such a
timeline.
pussy now. Like, come on, like fucking do that. Like,
I do like Nimona. I like Nimona. She's cool.
I remember
like her
she asked
spirit.
me. She
Yeah,
asked me
yeah,
at the
yeah.
beginning. She asked you a question. Will you be my friend? And I was like, no. I
Yeah,
said
like, no.
no.
I was like,
And
no.
then she's like, great, we'll be friends. I was like, what the hell is this?
yeah, like
That's-
if you're gonna give, this is another
yeah,
another thing.
the questions they ask you in the game
They
are all
always troll with the
irrelevant.
choices, though.
Yeah,
That's been
it's
a
like-
thing for like 5, 10 gens. Or every
Doesn't
gen,
matter what you
all
choose.
9.
Doesn't matter what I choose, I guess.
I'm just like, fuck.
They
I
really
don't wanna be
psych
your
you out with
friend.
those sometimes where it feels like it's gonna have a lot of weight, and then it means
Like it would have been cool if
It
she
doesn't
asks
matter.
that question. It would have been cool if she asks that question and you're like, no, I don't want to be your fucking friend. And then she becomes
that would be
hostile,
cool.
like a rival.
That'd
That
be
would have been
crazy.
fucking awesome. It
That
would have been so
actually
good.
so sick. Yeah,
Next
that would've
one.
been
You
sick.
guys said no?
It's not the same anymore, man.
Freaking
It's just not the
assholes.
same anymore.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I
very
fucking spit
friends.
on her.
Everyone's getting participation awards now. Like kids can't lose. You know, you can't mark kids.
She's a champion,
I have a
though.
teacher. I have a
She is a
teacher
champion.
friend. I have a
She's
friend who's a teacher.
established.
Listen to this. I have a friend who's a teacher, and he's not allowed to mark kids' papers in red ink anymore. Like that's
Negative
thing.
connotation.
Jeez.
This is a fucking thing now. Like, are you fucking serious?
That is pathetic. No red ink. It's like that Village movie. No color red.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Jonas. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But what else is weird in this? She chooses the Pokemon that's weak against yours, which is not usually how it
Yeah,
is.
if she was a
champion.
champion, if she was a champion, she would have picked the
No,
other one.
She definitely know.
Champ. That's some
Fucking
But
Yes.
maybe
Doesn't
she's
need
just
the
like,
type
well, I want to
advantage.
show him the ropes, you know, or whatever.
Yeah, it was
It's
weird. I
going
was like,
easy
oh,
on
okay.
you.
It's like I'll
Go
just
easy
one
on
I'll
you,
just
that's
one
right.
shot you, I guess.
Yeah, she doesn't care. She has, but the thing is, she had like tons of other high level Pokemon that she was like, oh, I guess I won't pull those out because remember the professor's like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
shouldn't use those on. Danny just started out here, doesn't know what he's doing. So
She
they
pulls
just,
out the
all-
Mewtwo.
you know what?
fucking,
I can't wait.
I'm like,
I can't
what the
wait.
fuck?
I can't wait to beat her ass on Victory Road. I just
Yeah,
can't
that'll
wait.
be cool.
I'm gonna say
crush
you
her.
suck. You sucked back in the fucking starter town. You suck now.
I didn't want to be your
Fuck you.
friend, and I'm
I
not
don't
your
wanna be
friend now.
I'm not, and then I spit on her.
Oh my goodness.
Done.
And then you get like Squirtle to spit on her too, or one of your water Pokemon.
The camel Pokemon.
So let's talk about gameplay. I really like the Terra types are a very cool solution to like not having enough diverse types in your Poke Party. I like to be prepared, and I like to have a system. So Terra types are a nice feature, I feel like, to work within like a hybrid kind of space because from my understanding of it anyway, because I don't like having, there's only 6 slots in your Poke Party, and like, okay, so if I want like electric, fire, water, grass, but there's so many more than
There's so
6,
many
right?
now, yeah.
So now it's just like, well, fuck. I don't want to have to keep thinking about what I'm about to fight and then have to like change my boxes and like swap and shit. So it's a really nice addition to be able to have a Pokemon that can do 2 things so that you can, you have almost double the capability in the one party. Very cool. I like that a lot.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you can already do that. Pokemon of different types can use different moves. The Terra type is for defense only.
And stab, I think.
Okay.
What's
What?
that?
For attack, stab. It's like you get stabs when your like type advantage matches your move, like and your move type.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you have an attack that's like, let's say your Terra type is flying, and you have attack that's flying, it'll do extra.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
so
so
like you said, defensively it works for the types, but then it also boosts attack of that type if you are that type. So water move used by a water Pokemon will have a modifier that water move used by a non-water Pokemon won't have. I think it's 1.5 times if it's the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I haven't found myself needing to use it at all. Like, I don't ever Terra type. I've been blasting through this game without Terra typing.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
I've Terra typed.
I never do it. Literally ever.
Whenever you Terra type, though, it asks you what move you want to use with the Terra type. So you want to choose the move that
Yes.
is boosted.
Probably, yeah. Unless like Jonathan said, it is purely for. You could also use it probably for purely defensive as well, just to change your type up. So
Okay.
you could either or together.
Interesting.
Nice.
All right.
It does
So-
ask you.
It'll probably be big and competitive. Like you'll have to use yours in competitive to like win a match.
Oh, yeah,
or
for
it's
sure.
wasted.
Yeah.
So you'll probably see it more there.
It is cool. It is cool to give yourself an extra, like having a three types in one Pokemon is cool. But into the gameplay, this is the game. This is like the Pokemon game I always wanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you can explore. There's lots of things on the map. There's Pokemon everywhere. You can just run around, and you could just spend hours just running around, like finding and catching Pokemon.
That's what I've been doing
This
pretty
is-
much.
This is what bothers me. Why did it take them so long, okay, to get it on this fucking thing?
This is
had
what we
the
were waiting for
GameCube.
Nintendo 64, man.
Yeah, they had the 64. They had the fucking GameCube.
I was waiting
They
for
had
this
the
game in
Wii,
Nintendo
they had the
64.
Wii U.
GameCube games that were pretty open, but yeah, I guess not.
No, let's go before GameCube. I remember Nintendo 64. They hadn't released a Pokemon game yet.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I can't wait till there's a
And they
Pokemon
released
game on
fucking
64.
Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, Pokemon Snap. Okay, we get to take fucking pictures of Pokemon. Are you kidding me? Like, what
remember
is
that.
this? Where's the game?
Yep.
This is what we wanted on Nintendo 64. How fucking long ago was that?
Daniel should appreciate that one. It's photography based.
Oh man,
that was probably
I remember when that
wonderful.
came out. I was like, "What? You can only take pictures in this game?"
I can't fucking
But there's so many
about it, though.
secrets and stuff that come from the other like gameplay mechanics that kind of make it cooler.
Think
That's
back.
funny, man.
Okay, think back. We got Pokemon Blue, Red, Yellow, right? I don't know when 64 came out versus like DS, but
Run this.
1998.
Oh,
64
before.
came out first. Even if they just made a little blocky version of Blue for N64, like you can't tell me they couldn't have done that.
Of course they could have.
Well, they did have
course.
really cool connectivity though with the game. They kind of played to the strength. So like they did like Stadium was the
Stadium.
3D battling, and you could trade from your cartridge games back and forth. So that was kind of like what they were doing there. And then they had, I guess, Pokemon Snap. The strength there was to kind of show the Pokemon world, and they could do like probably a little higher fidelity with it because it was on rails. And then they also had things like the Best Buy tie-in where you could go print off your photos as stickers. If you brought your
that's dope.
cartridge in, you plug it into their
yeah.
like kiosk.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was. They had a sweet ad too, where it's like a safari.
That's really
But still, it wasn't the Pokemon game it was
It was like
forward.
3 Pokemon games that were like each filling
Yeah.
a niche that you wanted kind of in
yes,
one. Maybe.
exactly. Making them more money.
And Stadium had like the mini games too, and then they had Hey You Pikachu, which still blows my
Yes.
mind that it exists,
remember
because like
that, I think.
you don't see things like this on modern console. But it had a microphone where you could talk to Pikachu.
Yeah,
And you were basically like buddies hanging out and just
Hey Pikachu, hey man, how you doing, man?
yeah, and you would
Pika.
talk and it would send out a little like speech bubble, and he would like absorb it and react to it, and you could give him commands.
Yeah, because that was like Nintendogs of Pokemon.
Yeah, on
It's like,
N64.
that's
So that
pretty much what it was.
they had kind of I totally know what you guys mean, but I think they kind of like were like, how do we play to the strength for like this thing and do it like so they
branched
don't have
out.
to do everything kind of midway in one
Right.
package
Okay.
at the time.
So fast forward back to this Violet and Scarlet. Do you think they're playing to their strengths now
I think
with
so.
the Switch?
I think so. I mean, like, so the thing with Pokemon 2 for me is it's never been about hardware first. I think they start with like a story and their concept, and then what kind of new gameplay they want to do, and then the hardware secondary. Like the first one launched at the end, I think, of the Game Boy life before like Color came out. But it was
Nintendo's
still a
never
Game
about
Boy
hardware
game.
though. They're literally never
Yeah,
about hardware.
exactly. But then
It's just like-
Pokemon's
That's
like
true.
has like I think like an extra. They're not about hardware, but they just. But then
an
they end
extra
up
even
like
more.
pushing like the DS. They
Yeah,
put a lot
yeah.
of releases where they really by the end were pushing that system. If that makes sense.
All right. Back into the gameplay.
Yeah.
I like how they seem to speed things up in this game. You know what I mean? Like the battling is much quicker. Catching Pokemon seems it's transitional.
Auto-battling.
The transition is quicker between like outside battle into battle and back out again. It's
Yeah.
much faster. Whereas like back in like previous that I played, it was so slow. It's like, okay. Random, especially with the random battle encounters. Okay. Here's a fucking screen.
Yeah.
A fucking transition. Okay, this guy appeared. Okay. And it takes so long to do anything, but it's in and out now, and I really like that in this.
I think this is the first time they don't ask you like, are you sure after everything? Like you cancel
Yeah.
like teaching a move.
Yeah.
It used to be like, are you sure? Okay, are you sure
Yeah.
again? Now
Yeah.
it doesn't even ask you. It's like,
Wow,
oh, you didn't
I
get it.
wouldn't
Bye.
have
Okay,
just
next.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked up on that.
Yeah.
It's very.
But what I did
approachable.
notice, like the whole random encounter thing that you brought up, there's some Pokemon you don't even fucking see.
Yeah.
And I think
You just
that,
run into them. It's like, oh,
yeah,
fuck.
and I think that is the homage to the random encounters.
The originals.
So like
yeah.
Because
little,
you're like
little
stepping
tiny
into it.
Pokemon.
The little tiny motherfuckers that you can't see.
never
you
bugs.
like you smack
Little
into them, like,
grass.
fuck, and it's like no. Like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, that is what it is. But I actually love how all the Pokemon get like the same XP in your party is so good. Like,
A lot of people don't.
how
like-
much
brisk.
time?
Yeah.
How much time have you wasted in your life grinding Pokemon?
Yeah.
Well, now there's over 1,000 to catch, or with forms
Okay,
for
here's a
home.
question.
Then yeah, you want to speed it up.
This is a question for THRILLHOUSE.
Yeah.
In the previous Pokemon, did they do this XP sharing?
So I forget which gen I think it started in Gen 2, but it was an item that you could. I might be wrong.
Yeah,
I forget
yeah,
which gen,
XP
but it was
share.
an item
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you could give. I think the first iteration was you could give it to another Pokemon in your party, and only I might be wrong, but only that Pokemon would gain experience
Right.
off someone else. And then I think it might have been XY or the one after it. They kind of gave you a general XP share from that point on that you could toggle in the menu. It was more just like a base feature than something you earned.
Right, but this is all of the Pokemon get it.
Now I think it's just all the time, like auto.
So Temtem, have you played Temtem?
No, it looked interesting. I want to jump on at
fantastic.
some point. Okay.
It's fantastic. It's way harder.
Okay.
If you want to, if you
Dan,
want a
we should try that
difficult,
out.
if you want a difficult
Yeah.
Pokemon game, Temtem is fantastic. Okay,
Okay, cool.
but like they do the same kind of thing where it will only XP share with 2 Pokemon because you send 2 out to fight.
Okay, it's double
Okay?
battles all the time.
It's a double battle all the time. And then there's only one item that you can hand off to another Pokemon to get another Temtem that you can give them XP from that battle. So only 3 Temtem
Okay, cool.
in your party can get XP. So it's so hard to level your
Different
temp.
balance, yeah, more old
Yeah,
school.
versus this Pokeball, like all my guys are like the same level now, which is
Yeah.
awesome. Because
Yeah,
back
it
in
is
the
nice.
day, I was having to switch. I had to start my weak Pokemon first, switch them out.
Yeah, that's so
know?
annoying.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hated
Fuck,
it.
I hated
fucking-
that.
I hated it. Like to me, that's huge.
I was
It's
doing that a little
huge.
bit today. I was like,
There's
okay,
still an
well, if-
advantage.
Yeah,
yeah, I was like, if
It's
I'm
not
going to
as
go
big.
fight the grass gym leader, I need to level up my Pokemon that are good against grass. So I had to make sure that whatever fights I was getting into, I was giving the lower level like bug Pokemon. I think it was what's the Spupa, the previous evolution of Spupa,
Oh,
THRILLHOUSE? What's his
The
name?
caterpillar form?
The little caterpillar guy, yeah, the black one. Fuck.
Scatterbug.
Okay, well, I had him.
Scatterbug.
Scatterbug. So I had Scatterbug first, and I was trying to level him because I was like, well, I want to have a bug Pokemon ready just in case. So I started leveling him, and he was taking a little while, but I was having to do that still. I was still having to pull him out and level him a bit because I wanted to get everyone to level 10 before getting to the grass gym at least. And so it took a little while, but he got there.
Well, here's what you do,
Oh,
and this is
Use
a new
my
feature.
candies.
Yes, you have to use the candies. So you have to go out and fight the Terra raid battles and get all those rewards that you get from those are the most important part. Like I don't even care about the Pokemon.
Well,
half
I
the
mean,
time.
candies aren't new, though. Candies have been around.
No, but these are
since-
XP candies, so I don't know how new those are. Not rare
Last
candy.
gen or two, or yeah.
They're
Well,
XP
you could use
candy.
them in Pokemon X and Y. They had XP candies. I use them all the time. I'm pretty
not
sure.
rare candies.
I don't remember that. XP
Pretty
candies.
sure.
XP candies.
I
So
forget
there's
which one.
like
Oh,
that's
maybe
what
it was
I've
just
been
Let's
doing.
Go. Maybe it's
Yeah.
just Let's Go.
So I was just like getting all those XP candies from those Terra Battle Pokemon that
Yeah.
are out in the wild, and that's how you level your Pokemon. That's how you like. If you have one that's level 12, well, I got to give him 15 small XP candies, and he
Now-
like
Yeah.
blasts up to like level 30.
Do they learn? Do Pokemon want to learn moves as often, even if you use the candies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
same
only if
thing.
you
It's just
evolve
set
them early.
levels.
Sometimes that happens.
Okay.
So
okay,
basically,
cool.
the rare candy just ups you. It'll boost you to the next level from where you are, and the XP candies will give you the like actual XP value boost.
Right. Okay.
So rare candies, like if you're 1 XP away and you use a rare candy, you only get 1 XP basically. But if you're like
Oh, I
a million
see.
away and like just starting the level, then that's the best time to use it.
Good. Okay.
So what are you?
I have.
Oh,
I was gonna say. I had a question for you guys because I haven't explored this a lot. I haven't really played with it much. But sending out Pokemon to quick battle, is this a
yes.
new thing? This is a new feature,
Brand
right?
new, yeah.
This wasn't in Arceus.
No.
Okay.
No.
So,
No.
do Pokemon gain experience from this? Is there any
Yes.
benefit from doing that? Like, do you
Less,
see
I
it
think,
go up
but
when you
it's
do
quicker. Yeah. You'll see
You
it
can
on
just
the
have them
UI.
running around.
it's a little bit of XP, but it's more. I think it's more for the getting the like items from the
The
Pokemon.
items, yeah.
To
Like their
craft
furs,
the
yeah,
craft the
yeah,
TMs,
okay.
to craft
Yeah.
the
Oh,
TMs.
the TMs.
The only thing to watch
I did
out
it
for is if you
accidentally.
see a shiny and you send it out, it'll
Yeah.
just kill it. So
Yeah.
or faint it. Yeah.
I haven't seen anything.
I have not seen one yet.
But there is a sandwich you can eat to boost your encounter rate for shiny.
Really? I didn't know
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Okay, I'll have to
So-
make
There you
go.
that.
There's a tip for you.
You'll have to
THRILLHOUSE. Try
find that
out.
recipe or make that sandwich to
Wait.
boost your.
Crazy.
Do we know something that THRILLHOUSE doesn't know?
I don't know.
Is this what that feels
mechanic in the game, yeah. That's
Well, it is a
crazy.
new game. It's a new game,
Yeah.
okay?
I'm not that
But
far.
making
Yeah.
sandwiches is hilarious.
Yeah, making sandwiches is fucking ridiculous.
It's just like plopping
It's on the
this shit
picnic?
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the picnic thing. Like, it fucking
A nasty Nate original.
so
it says.
stupid but hilarious. And another thing is, I found this out today. The picnics is how you breed Pokemon in this game. It's in your picnic.
Does THRILLHOUSE want to know
Really?
this?
Pick?
Is that a spoiler for
no,
you,
that's fine.
THRILLHOUSE?
Mechanics are fine. So, how do you pick which one?
You
How
just
do
have
you-
to have a male and female in your party, and you have a
okay.
picnic.
Yeah, it's random.
And-
and they bang.
goes with who?
And yeah, and there's a little basket
chance.
on the there's a little basket on the end of your Pokemon table or your picnic table. You know that basket, and you
Yeah.
click on it, and it's always like, oh, there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. That's where the eggs appear. Whenever
Wow.
you have two Pokemon that are like frolicking or whatever. Now there's sandwiches and food that boost
Of course.
egg power, and that's what egg power is for when you see that in the game.
Interesting.
So if
okay.
you eat that,
Okay.
Man,
and then do the
Keep that in mind.
this
Something
game is
I'll
going
explore.
to consume my goddamn life.
Yeah.
This fucking
So yeah, I tried it. I didn't have egg power. It didn't really do anything, but apparently also
Okay.
if you keep them
That's interesting.
just the Pokemon you want to breed in your party and no one else, then it works better. I don't know.
I would think so. Yeah. So they I guess there's the traditional breeding system's gone then.
Yeah, there's no like
No breeder
nursery or whatever.
nursery?
Yeah, breeder.
Yeah, I missed that. Temtem had that. You go to the nursery, you drop off your two
That's pretty
Tems, and
standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that. Like I did that so much in XY. Holy crap!
That's cool though. They've added like well, that's what I mean. Like they'll probably bring it back to next game, right? This is probably like a
but this way,
interesting way to do it here, where there's more randomness
yeah.
to it.
I didn't think I would be doing this picnic shit. I thought the picnic thing when I saw it was just like some side weird thing that maybe some
Yeah,
people would do.
it's
But
pretty
actually
useful.
something you have
Pretty key,
to do
yeah.
if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe I
And-
want to see how Terratypes pass on for breeding. That'll be
Ooh,
interesting.
yes, yeah.
Oh,
Well, this is nice too
yeah.
because you don't have to go to a town, drop your Pokemon off. You know what I mean? Like you just pop
Probably
a
why.
tent.
Yeah.
Just pitch a tent.
You just got to get
pitch
the
a
right
tent.
sandwich.
Pitch a tent in the
Make a
wild.
nice
You got to get that
Sandwich,
aphrodisiac sandwich. You know what I'm saying? a little chocolate on there, a little some oysters. You know what I'm saying?
What do you guys think of these rideable Pokemons? Okay, Pokemans. So we've got Miraidon in Violet, right? That's the. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. And Jonathan, you got Scarlet, and so
Yes.
you ride this like flame Pokemon.
I don't
correct?
even know what the hell it is. It's a fucking. It's a psych. What's the fucking
Cyclizer. Or, no, that's
Cyclizer.
the regular one. That's the green. I think they're both like
Yeah,
mutant
it's the same
versions
guy
of that
though.
green lizard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
you guys in Violet actually have wheels on yours.
Yeah.
Like you have
Yeah.
wheels and it's like
Well,
a
no,
thing.
that's his tail. That's his tail too.
He's like highly evolved.
On mine, it's
They
just like a
spin.
fake tire on his chest and it looks like a tire and his tail curls
Yeah.
underneath and it looks like another tire and he just walks with his arms. But
Yeah.
you guys have like wheels
really?
that are spinning and it's
Yeah.
like
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
like
lie.
jets
I'm not gonna
in the
lie. I'm
back.
not gonna lie. I got Violet for that reason.
I was like, what the hell? This guy doesn't have wheels? How come you got wheels? Like
Honestly,
we joined
but
the
it's-
same game.
He's the older
But
model.
the practical thing, it's a
Yeah, I saw-
practical thing too, right? It just
Older
makes
model.
traversal that much easier in a big open world, right? So they definitely did that because they're like, nobody's gonna be wanting. They
Oh.
need a mount.
Oh,
Need a
they always
mount.
have some way to do it. It's just that it
Yeah.
changes.
They had bicycles
every
in the
time.
older games,
It's-
right?
Yeah,
They-
Can we talk
bicycles,
about
yeah.
that?
Old school surfing, and I just wanted to talk about the like the candies real quick, and like the speed at which you can evolve stuff. Because Dan, you were talking about your Vivian, right? So, like with the home now, where you can transfer everything up, I think that's part of it because, like, I'm 40 or less away from getting one of every Pokemon in the phone decks on home. Where you can unlock other special event Pokemon from it. But I think they've done it so
that's
they can kind of
crazy.
catch up more, or like manage that, or like there's new forms of things. So
It's like
is
they're
cool.
playing this like Inception, this Pokemon.
Wait, so if I get
Inception
this Pokemon thing, it's home.
yeah,
app,
Does it connect with my 3DS?
yeah. So what it does is there was an app for 3DS called Pokemon Bank. And
Yes.
they're actually closing down the 3DS servers next year. So if you don't have it, update it now. But if you have that app, you can transfer from, if you have Game Boy Advance and you have a DS, you can put the Game Boy Advance cartridge in the DS and transfer them to the Gen 4 Pokemon DS games. And then you can transfer those to Black and White. And then you can transfer those from Black and White through the Pokemon Bank 3DS
That's what I did.
app.
That's what I
Holy
did. Yeah, I,
Oh, you
I
did do
transferred my
that.
black and white ones
Okay.
to my X and Y game.
Okay.
So they're all in my bank right now. Like,
So if you have them in there, you can download. Yeah. So update Pokemon Bank, and then if you download Pokemon Home on your phone and your Switch, I forget the exact process, but it will pull them from Bank onto your Switch and phone, and then you'll
I need
have
to
them for
the
all future games.
So I just have to pay for the subscription for like a month to do it or whatever.
Well, I think it goes by year. It's not that much. And the thing is, I think if your subscription runs out, it's not like they don't like purge your account. It's just you can't access it for that time. So it's
That's
still like a very
incredible.
safe way to save them. So I've
do it.
ones events from like 10 years ago that I remember going and getting, or like 11 years ago now, that are like on my phone, like safely stored. And it always tells you like where you caught it, like the dates.
Yeah.
So they have to update that for this game, and then you'll be able to download them into this game.
Yeah, so any Pokemon that, so I think Sword and Shield Forward, they stopped doing every single Pokemon in every game. There's like a more limited dex, but it's typically around still half of what exists. So if the Pokemon can be caught in that game, or some are like they just have that it can be transferred. If it exists in that game, you can transfer it up. So even if it came from your Game Boy Advance cartridge, like the Ruby Sapphire, you could transfer it up to your phone and then to the
They'll have
game.
a model for it. In the
Yeah,
new ones.
exactly. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
cool.
All right. Well, anything else you want
Wow.
to talk about gameplay? Anything you hate about the gameplay? Anything
I
you
didn't
didn't
like
like.
much.
I don't think I have much. Like, I don't want to
either.
spoil it for you guys who haven't got to where I am.
The only thing I was going to say about the gameplay, it's like it's kind of a bit too easy. Maybe like it's easy.
Do the gyms scale? Like, do the levels change?
That's what
depending?
I was wondering.
Okay.
They're easy.
Yes.
They're super easy.
No, I think it's depending on where you go. Like, you can go to any gym first, I think, is what they told us.
But like, is one gym like the highest level, and if you go to it at the lowest, it'll be that, or do the levels change depending?
No,
how...
so if say it's like the gyms are spread like I can't really, but like they said you could go anywhere, and the first gym you go to will be your level, no matter
Maybe
what.
just
gym
the
you go to.
first then. I don't know,
But-
man, because they're super
okay.
easy.
Okay.
Here's a question: could they make you look any less cool than they
my
do?
God.
And
Hey, man. My
like
guy
that
looks
school
fucking
Your
fly.
character is such a
Like those-
loser.
those
My character
shorts,
looks
those
fly.
little shorts. I'm like, dude, I had to
I
change.
changed my outfit to the spring outfit, so I'm just wearing like pants and a shirt.
I joined Nathaniel's game. And he's like, man, you look way cooler than me. It's like, where'd you get those pants? And I was like, yeah, nice shorts, loser. But it
Yeah,
was like, it's just your winter outfit or whatever.
Yeah, the winter outfit.
Yeah.
Man, I
But
wanna
that's one
beat
thing.
my
I
guy up
want
so bad.
more.
He's
I
such
want
a
more
fucking
wardrobe.
loser.
Like I want more of that stuff, and I haven't been
think
able
we'll
I'm sure
get
to
there's gonna be.
really
I
find
think
it
we'll
yet.
get it. I think we'll get it because you can see when you go into those stores, you can see pants. There's a pant icon, a pantaloon
Okay,
icon,
okay.
and a shirt icon, but you can't get to them yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen any yet. Yeah.
Yeah, because fuck, the school uniform is so lame. It's so lame. Oh my God. And
What
my
about-
hairstyle, like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
bald.
like my hairstyle.
Is there no bald kids? Or like
no
a shaved
bald
head?
What bald kids are there going to be?
Like shaved head kids?
Don't say it.
Like, come on. I felt left out. I felt left out. This is
Where are
not
all the bald
inclusive.
kids?
This is
There's
not,
no bald. There's no beards. There's no bald
Yeah, no
beard-headed
beards.
kids.
No bald bearded kids.
Bald-headed beard
you
kids.
Could, you could run into like 80-year-old student trainers in the
Yeah,
fucking
true.
wild.
That's true. Yeah,
That's-
I'm like,
yeah.
look at this geezer. He's at the
this
school
old
right now.
fucking guy. It's like two Pokemon. He's like,
Check
man.
out this Pokemon I
he's got
just
two
found.
Pokemon. He's like 80 years old. I'm like, man,
I wish-
give up the dream, bro.
That
Give
reminds
up
me
the
of-
fucking dream.
Don't quit your day job, asshole.
That reminds me of well, we didn't talk about games we've been playing, but Star Citizen.
Yeah. Well, I had to know it. That's what I was gonna say. If we talked about it, I was gonna ask you guys.
Star Citizen, the character creation, you can't even put facial hair on your fucking character.
That pissed me off. I had that. I had that in my
Half
notes
$1
too.
billion in this game. 10 years.
Yeah.
You can't put a beard and facial hair on your guy. Like, hello? Hello? What?
I don't know. I
the
like
fuck?
my Pokemon character. I like the hairstyles. There's a lot of cool hairstyles. And there's one that I often do. Because what I like to do is I like to sweep my hair over.
Like
there's a
Quaxley.
there's
You
a
are
hairstyle,
Quaxley.
Quaxley. Donald of Quaxley.
and there's a hairstyle that does that. So it's like, oh, okay, that's my hair. So I was like, I'll take that. And then there's even glasses, but I don't know how to put the glasses on. It says I own them already. But where do you go to?
But you press left on the D-pad. Left on
Yeah.
D-pad. You can
Oh, and you do it
everything.
in that menu. Okay.
Have you guys named? Do you name your Pokemon? Nickname them?
I
Not since
nicknamed
Gen
my
5.
starter Fuecoco. I named him Coco because I thought it was the cutest little thing.
Sometimes I try to just like name them stupid things, and I found one nickname that's kind of weird that they wouldn't let me. I forget what Pokemon it was for, but they wouldn't let me put the word spunk as a nickname. And I was like, "What the fuck?" But they let me.
not.
They let me put the word cock in one of them. It's like what? What the fuck is this?
Spunky cock.
Like
that's
no
wild.
spunk not allowed, cock allowed. Okay, Game Freak. Well, that's all I have. That's the end of my notes.
I just wanted to go over the sound and the music. Meh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just the same as literally every other Pokemon
Yeah,
game.
but
I think the
don't know,
music's
'cause-
always a 10 though. So that's like
Yeah, Matt loves the music. I do
you
too.
know who has
I
cool
love it.
music was one of the Team Star guys. I'm not gonna say which one, but it was
okay,
cool.
I'll go see.
One of the
What
Team
I do
Star
remember it.
bases.
is the classic bum 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 ba 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 ba
Oh,
ba
yeah. I mean,
That's
it's
one of my
always
favorite
there.
game
It's always
themes
there.
ever.
Did everyone
only hear it
register
when you
their
go to
birthday
the-
with the center?
Yes.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
you
You
get
only hear
something
that theme
special?
when you go to the Poke Centers, though, right? That was the original like Palette Town theme from
Yeah.
like Red and Blue, right?
Yeah, whenever
Original
you-
center
yeah.
theme.
When you're battling the Pokemon, there's like this sweet like fucking
Bass?
slap
Yeah,
bass.
yeah.
I'm like, Jay, yeah. I'm just
Do you guys
fucking
have?
rocking out while I'm
It's not a
playing.
new Pokemon. It's not a new Pokemon, but I think it's from. I don't know what gen it's from, but Toxtricity,
Yeah.
like a lizard dude. He plays
okay.
guitar on his chest. He like plucks his. He's got these little four things, and he's like.
There's a
whenever you
bass
win-
version and a guitar version too. There you
So
can get
whenever
two
you
different
win, like
evos
he's
of
my
it.
favorite. He's my favorite Pokemon right now that I
Nice. I
have.
haven't seen him yet.
And he's like,
Keep an eye
whenever
out.
he wins, he's so cool. Whenever he's just standing there, he just like kind of leaning back.
Guitar Hero, rock.
It's like a
so-
lizard. He's got these cool hair,
I have
and
to go get
like
him.
whenever you kill somebody, he's just like, and he plays like bass on his chest and goes like this, and then it ends. I'm like, fuck yeah, this guy's
Wow,
cool.
that's
It'd
cool.
be sweet if you played the Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right, before we wrap this episode up, I want to go to Twitter here. Earlier in the week, I asked, what's your favorite Pokemon game? Fruey from Between Two Gamers says Soul Silver for Totodile, and he sends a little
nice.
gif of Totodile. We got Aaron and Tommy from Super Pod Saga. They said absolutely Emerald, the best of Gen 3 in one complete package with lots of post-game extras, fire emoji. And then I called out Bill from the Gaming and Collecting podcast. He told me to play, because I remember asking him, I was like, I believe I was told to play Emerald by Bill. And Bill was like, yep, that's something I would definitely recommend. So Bill says to play Emerald if you're gonna jump back into the time capsule. So what happens next podcast? He says, such a tough pick. I want to say Arceus, but honestly, it's gold. Started with that game, and the level of effort still hasn't been matched, save maybe by the remakes. And he sends a little gif of the Pokemon Gold version intro, like the title screen.
Nice.
Nice.
We got Friday Night Gamecast. I believe it is Nick from Friday Night Gamecast.
Uh-oh.
He says, I have a lot of nostalgia for Gen 3, but Ruby most of all, mainly for this absolute guy. And it's like, I don't know.
Proud on.
I don't know who that's. I guess it's the title Pokemon there. He looks like a armored red salamander dude.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Groudon. Or I'm not
there
sure
you
if
go.
I'm saying it right.
Groudon, something like that.
He's like in a lava.
He's the
like in a
land-
yeah,
lava
that's what
cube.
that's who I got in my Game Boy Advance one that I traded up to
Oh,
XY.
okay.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
He
Okay,
looks
so
sick. He
you,
looks
how old's
sick.
that Pokemon? Do you think? Like, when did you get him?
Oh, I don't know. When did that game come out?
Oh,
What
wow.
was that, Ruby?
So Dan, that's
Ruby
what I was
Red?
talking about. Jonathan's got like one from Game Boy Advance when he played it that he can now transfer up to like Scarlet Violet
Right.
if it's in there.
Man,
That
that's
is
sick.
sweet.
That's sweet.
So I got to get all that set up, but yeah.
Yeah, nice.
We got Kobe from the Switch It Up pod. He says, Pokemon Black and White, complete overhaul for the series, done so well. S tier pixel art. In brackets, he says, like the best pixel art. He's like, the unique and cool Pokemon designs, fantastic region, and incredible story for Black and White.
I like the color palette in Black and White too. It was
I looked
cool.
up some videos because I didn't play Black and White personally, but I looked up some screenshots and videos and it looked sick. Black
I
and
still
White
have
looked
it.
Sweet.
I still have it in my drawer. I still have all
That one's worth quite a bit too, so don't hold on to that.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Any of the older games now, or especially those Gen 4 and Gen 5 and Gen 3 are
Nice.
I have Black and White and Black and White 2, I think.
yeah, Black and White 2
The
I think
physical.
even yeah, those hold on to those.
Nice.
Look at that.
Nice.
Look at that. And that's it for the Twitter post that I made about
Glad to
this
see a lot
week's
of gold
episode.
and silver representation.
Yeah, lots of gold. Yeah.
Remakes.
Okay, guys, one final question for you all. What are your favorite Pokemon? What is your number one favorite Pokemon? Let's start with our esteemed guest, THRILLHOUSE.
It's very tough. I've got like 4 vying for the top spot. If I have to give you one, it's got to be Jirachi the Wishmaker.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. What gen is that from?
Gen 3 mythical Pokemon. So mythical
Awesome.
typically means you can only get them in like a very special event.
Okay.
I think I got mine in XY event though.
Oh, wow.
Or
okay.
yeah, XY or the Ruby Sapphire remake.
Nathaniel?
I'm old school. Like I haven't played all the ones in between, you know?
That's fine.
And I never really had that connection other than Charmander all the way to Charizard. Like I think
OG gen.
I think he's just my OG fave.
Charmander. Okay. Jonathan?
Gengar.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Gengar. Nice. Interesting.
Gotta get that watch
Interesting.
now.
Yeah, I get to watch.
Ordered.
Yeah. Spend thousands of dollars on a watch.
And finally, we want to thank THRILLHOUSE, my friend Matt, and our walking, talking Pokemon encyclopedia for joining us this
Pokepedia.
episode because he's enriched our Pokemon lives with so much detail and knowledge and nostalgia and memory of all
Yes.
this stuff.
It's a
So
beautiful
Matt, thanks for
rich
taking the time
world.
to join us. It is, and you've shown us that, so we appreciate it.
Mercy buckets.
Thanks, man. Thank you. I didn't even there was so much stuff going behind the scenes I didn't even think about. And you brought that to light, and I think that was pretty sweet.
Always down to talk Pokemon and jump around Paldea.
So we want to ask our listeners, have you picked up Pokemon Violet or Scarlet yet? What are your favorite Pokemon? We want you to let us know in the comments. That's going to be it for this week's episode. We want to thank everyone for taking the time to listen and or watch. Please be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and give us a rating and review on Spotify or Apple if you could. It helps us get out there to more listeners who may enjoy the show. Remember, you can always leave us a DM on Facebook and Instagram or tweet us if you want to leave a comment or ask any questions. Thanks again, everyone. We hope you have a wonderful night or day.
Peace.